And we're live.
Should be live. That's it. Exactly.
Yeah. Just wait for the notification to come up. And I can get the chat going. And we're live.
Should be live.
Yeah. Wait for the notification to come up. Yep, we are live.
Kind of a slow process, you know.
Yeah, I know. I've never used Zoom, so I can only go by StreamYard.
Corey's
Corey
here.
first. Links posted. So, and we are ready.
Yeah,
What's up?
Hey, Justin, how's it going?
that's going.
Your microphone's low, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was me for a second, but your microphone is just a tad low.
Not just a tad, but quite a bit.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's much.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Zoom had it like turned almost all the way down completely.
How is your Sunday afternoon doing?
That's all right.
Anything new and exciting on your end?
No, I mean, I went to the hospital this morning for my ear.
That's what
Turns
you.
out, so it turns out it's not an inner ear infection. That's why the antibiotics I had weren't doing anything.
Oh, okay.
It's like mass and irritation on the outside of the ear.
Okay.
So they did give me antibiotic drops for that, just in
So
case, you know.
So should you be wearing headphones?
It's not gonna hurt me. And then I have these go all the way over my ear anyway. They don't put any pressure on my ear.
Okay.
These are super comfortable.
Great.
They don't actually touch my ear at all when I'm wearing them.
Okay.
And they gave me some kind of steroid and something else. It was anti or ibuprofen. That's what it was.
Okay.
Because ibuprofen's a fix-all drug now.
Yep.
Oh, definitely.
It covers everything from herpes all the way up to cancer.
Yep.
Shit is so annoying. You go in there, and it's like that's all they ever want to give anybody anymore.
Was there a lot
Yeah,
of people at
seems
the
that way.
hospital?
No, I went in there and there was nobody.
Wow.
I walked up to the check-in office. They took me immediately to the back. I was out in like 20 minutes.
Hey, Lenny,
Oh,
how you doing?
awesome.
No, it's not like that here.
Yeah, I was in and out in like 20, 25 minutes at the most.
It depends. For me, it depends. You can get there and you can spend 3 or 4 hours waiting. Sometimes 20 minutes. And then they've got to do a battery of tests on you. They've got to take your blood pressure. They've got to take a blood sample. They've got to push and prod every part of your body.
It was dead in there. I went in there, no pun intended, but it was dead in there.
Well,
Like,
the thing of it is you went in first thing this morning, right?
Yeah, we pulled in the parking lot and there was maybe like 6 cars in the whole parking lot. Like it was usually there's like you can't find a parking space.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I said, I went in there, there was nobody in the waiting room at all. I was the only one in there. I walked right up to the desk and they got me back there before I could even finish checking in. I had to take the iPad with me back there that they give you. And then they checked my ear, wrote me some prescriptions. They didn't even give me anything at the hospital. But
Laura.
what's up, Laura, Lynn, Corey, Joe? But they said
Lynn's been overdoing it again, so.
Damn.
Joe America, how you doing? Laura's here. Well, I'm glad that you're getting some activity and getting your ear fixed, because that's no fun.
Mm.
Like I said, I was taking the proper antibiotics and everything that you're supposed to take for an ear infection.
Yeah.
It's just it wasn't an inner ear infection.
Mm.
They figured out it wasn't actually in the ear canal. It was outside. She said was a little infected on the outside, but it was more irritation of the skin than anything.
Oh, okay.
So
Mm.
but they gave me those little antibiotics / like little, it's like numbing for your ear too. It numbs the ear canal.
Hmm.
But like
Wait.
if you have any stinging pain or anything like that, it gets rid of it.
Liquid or paste?
No, it's liquid.
Yeah.
It's like, it looks like, eye drops, anything kind of like liquidy like that.
Oh, yep.
You just put 2 or 3 drops in your ear at a time. Do it a couple times a day.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm definitely not wearing my earbuds in this ear because my ear canal is sore as shit. But these
Yeah.
go completely, I mean, they're like this far around the edge of my ear.
Oh, great.
So they don't touch my ear at all, which makes them really comfortable.
Hmm.
And they don't put any like pressure on your head neither because they're so
That's good.
padded. No, I can wear these things all day long and they don't bother me. Sometimes I sit in front of the computer for hours with these things on and don't even notice them after a while. Now, if I wear like, well, these ones here, these are nice headphones.
Mm.
These ones go over your ear. And after about 2-3 hours, man, your ears are starting to get sore
Mm.
because they press up against your ear. But they're nice headphones. They're good ones. Those are my backup Bluetooth headset. What's up, Chris?
Chris.
Hey, Chris Wedgeworth, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Chris, you want to join the panel? It's right up at the top of there. Just go ahead and click on it. Come on in.
Come on, Chris.
We'd
Come and
love
join
to
us.
have you on the panel.
Yeah, we would.
Every once in a while, Chris gets a little frisky and makes an appearance on someone's panel, but it's very rare.
He was on
He's-
Matt's for about a minute.
Yeah, he was on. I think he's been on Matt's like at least twice, and then he's been on Bill's a few times. But see, he used to go on Bill's because when Bill would go super late,
Mm.
back when Bill first started, there'd be like nobody there.
Yeah.
It would just be Bill and maybe 2 or 3 people in the chat. But now Bill holds a pretty good size panel till the end.
Mm.
No, I feel fine, Chris. That's the thing, is I don't know where the fuck this ear infection came from because I'm not sick. I don't have a fever.
Mm.
I feel 100% fine.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah,
just
cool.
wake up because I took a little bit of a nap. But
Well, I didn't expect Paul Hodges to show up tonight because he's with his lady.
Oh, okay.
So, and I think they were going,
He's
he got invited to a birthday party on her side of the family. And since that's new family to him, he needs to be over there. And I understand that.
Yeah.
oh, he's going to have to get his passport here pretty soon because at some
Yeah.
point they're going to want to go visit the family on the other side
Exactly.
because she has kids that live on the other side of the border.
Does she?
Yeah, she has. She has one kid that lives over in Michigan, I think,
Oh, really? I
or
didn't know
somewhere. Yeah, I remember him saying something about she had one kid that lived down in the States.
I didn't think it was her. But yeah.
But at least it's easy to get to Canada from where you are.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's
It's
always,
just-
that always fascinates me.
It's just
Saying,
stupid
yeah,
that
I'm just
they.
going to go to I'm just going to drive to another country. That fascinates me.
What's up, Joe? Yeah, but it's stupid that you have to have a passport. And
Oh,
For-
I don't. Yeah, I understand. I think
For-
the same way about New Zealand.
for
Well, I don't-
years, we
I
didn't
don't
have to have
I
one.
don't have to have a passport. What the Michigan did was we have what's called in enhanced driver's licenses that includes a passport in it.
Oh, okay.
Is it the one with the gold star on it?
Daddy, charge it. Charge it.
You have a gold star on your license?
I don't know, let me look.
Because all the states have that now with the gold license. You have to, once you renew your license, usually you can apply for it. Does it have a little gold star?
Little gold star right there in the
Yeah.
corner.
You have to have that to enter like federal facilities now too.
Mm.
There's
I think
certain
that'd be great here,
Yeah,
because when you think of it, you're in the plane for the same amount of time to go to Perth, which is Western Australia, the same part of Australia, it is to go to Auckland, New Zealand. They're
Yeah.
the same distance, but I need a passport to go to New Zealand.
I don't see what the difference between showing your ID at a country's border versus a passport.
especially now that there's so much information on the computers that they scan you and they know more about you than you could ever put in a passport.
That's what I mean. Why don't they just integrate them? We've got NFC style equipment.
Yep.
Why can't you just have your passport on your phone and a hard copy as a card where you just tap it?
Yeah, the whole stamp and shit. That's stupid. Makes no
right.
sense why they still do that. Yeah, Lynn, all the way up to like the mid 2000s, you could go over to Canada. I used to go over there all the time in the early 2000s. We used to go over there all the time and never needed a passport. That was something they did in the mid 2000s. They changed that stupid shit. I think it was around either the last Bush administration or it was either the first Obama administration, I think is when they switched that. I think.
Yeah. I can understand they want restrictions. I can understand they want to
What's up, Jody?
verify the person. But we have, Jody, but we have technology these days where you can easily do things like that.
Well, we're so intertwined with Canada. I don't see why it should fucking matter. Like Mexico, yeah, because there's a lot of issues with Mexico.
There's a lot of shady stuff going on down there.
As far as Canada,
Yeah,
it should be open.
the passport on the driver's license, I don't know if that is in effect for Mexico or not.
I think you have to have a passport to go to Mexico.
Yeah, I
think.
can understand.
Unless they're accepting the enhanced licenses down there too.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, but from Paul's point of view, it's closer to go to Canada than
Oh,
it is
yeah.
Mexico.
The bridge is only a mile away, so
Yeah, you could almost walk there.
yeah. Oh, in fact, back in the old days when we were younger, we used to walk over.
Mm.
Well, the thing is there's so many parts of the Mexican and Canadian border that literally are neighborhoods split by a street, and there's
Yeah.
no barrier between them, but yet you have to have a passport to go to one side of the street or the other.
Yeah, I can understand that. It'd be
Like, yeah, if they had a barrier wall all the way down the entire border and it was completely split, then I can understand maybe needing a passport. But there's so many open spots on the US Canada border where you can literally just walk across in the middle of the woods and nobody would know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Now I could see certain things being, regulated, like, yeah, if you're hunting, not to cross the border, things like that I can see. But as far as just walking across to visit a friend or to want to go shopping or something, I don't see why we
If
need
there's something in Canada you want to go shopping for, yeah, I could understand that, but that's it's not an issue at my end.
I think passports are just stupid, period.
I understand the concept of them.
Right, but I think that these days it should just be, what's the difference of your license identifying you or a passport identifying you?
Exactly. Yeah.
You should be able to use your country's or state IDs to be able to travel.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It enhance the license with NFC, and all you have to do is just take out your license, tap it on some sort of self-service booth,
Right. And
Can't
then
be
you
that
do,
hard.
and just make an electronic registration. You're going to register you're going out of the country. Done and done.
Yeah,
Something you could do in 10 minutes on the computer.
exactly.
Instead, you got to send off for a passport, and the rush service is like 9 weeks. If you have to wait around, it can take up to like 3 months.
Yeah,
Well, and I don't know if you can still do it or not, but you used to be able to apply for a passport at any post office.
they do here. That's the only place they do it.
Yeah, I think you still can, because I know there's only certain places that are legally allowed to take your passport photo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Walmart's one of
that's
them. We
the,
used to take.
post office here is the only place, because if you do your own photo booth, there might be the wrong coloring. There might be, because they have certain restrictions. You can't smile. You can't. What was the other thing you can't do? There were various things. Yeah, various things that the color has to be right. So that's why they do it there. So it's exactly.
Yeah, when I worked,
booths don't work anymore here.
yeah, when I worked at Walmart, they're an official passport photo place. And we had a special background when I worked in electronics. We'd get people coming in wanting their photo taken, and we would pull down a special background.
Yeah,
and then we use a specific camera. We'd take the picture, and then we would print them out a bunch of samples that they would take in and give to them.
Yeah, that's part of the process here, where you hand over all the paperwork.
Right, Jody.
And then
exactly.
It's an interview here. So you've got to go there at a specific time where they go through all the paperwork. They type it into their computer to see if it's all correct.
And just like Jody's,
make one mistake, you've got to go back and start again.
And just like Jody said, yeah, a lot of the retailers that do photo labs, you can go to most any of them. Walgreens does it.
No. I'm pretty sure it's only the post office here. Hmm.
Oh, I know what Gitchy's doing. Gitchy's watching the Lions football game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no doubt. If they're playing, she's watching it.
Yep. They're playing the Buccaneers.
Okay.
Florida Buccaneers.
Okay. So they've changed their name from Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
No, they're still the Tampa Bay. But...
Oh, still Tampa Bay. Okay. I thought they changed their name.
No.
They seem to like changing names. Right, yeah, that generally works here, Jody. Passport's always more important than a driver's license. But I still can't understand why you can't just get one card or something that you can keep with you. Because a passport, I don't know everywhere else in the world, but passports are, this big, and a driver's license that big. It's just hard to carry around with you.
Yeah.
And it's something you don't want to lose either. But if they made it a small card.
Yeah, like a driver's license. Yep.
Yes, that size.
Yeah, because you lose your passport, then you got to go to the embassy and go through a bunch of crap, and
you got to go through all the paperwork.
And they probably has to go through the State Department here in the U.S. That's a big old nightmare. But
your little sister's joining us, Justin.
I'm not here. I'm not talking to Justin anyway.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
You should have been somewhere at 2 o'clock.
I was sleeping. My ear was killing me. I took
You
a bunch
just
of
got back from the
medication.
hospital.
Not my problem.
Oh,
Sorry, I took a bunch of medication and I passed out. My ear was really stinging and hurting this morning.
I don't think you're going to get any sympathy out of Laura.
Should have gone when
Alright.
it first hurt.
It was fine yesterday. It's when I went to bed last night.
Well, what they found out, Laura, it isn't an infection, an inner infection that he thought it was.
Yeah, I know. I heard that part.
It's an outer ear thing.
So taking the wrong antibiotics for the wrong part.
Well, antibiotics wouldn't have helped that because it was more of an irritation of the ear canal.
So they gave him a suppository to take.
What? Yeah, and I took it orally.
What? You gotta go outside.
I think Jody meant to say Tampa's ass. He misspelled it twice.
What's that?
I hate when you do that. You put something in the chat and then you correct yourself and you don't correct yourself the second
Yeah,
time.
I hate that. Hmm. Have you been to McDonald's yet, Laura?
That's tomorrow morning. I can't get breakfast at 10:21 in the evening.
Oh, bugger. What a shame. I think it'd be great. having
It is
breakfast
a
at that
shame.
time of night.
Because I do fancy
Yeah.
McDonald's right now.
We did all day breakfast for a couple of years.
Yeah, we
Fancy.
never have. Well, no, I know.
Fancy
of them.
McDonald's.
Yes.
Because you want to go
Justin.
get a proper meal.
What can I go and get tomorrow morning?
I was going to say, so you've got pancakes there?
Yeah, but I haven't won pancakes. I'm using my freebies up.
So what have you got to choose from?
Single McMuffin or bacon roll,
Mm,
hash brownie or cheesy bacon flatbread twice.
mm. Flatbread. No, we don't have that.
Oh, I've got 2 single McMuffins.
How many will they let you use the game pieces at once?
All of them.
Yeah, some McDonald's here, because they're franchise, some of them will be like, oh, we only take like one at a time per
You're
customer.
only
They
allowed to
won't.
use one, and you can't combine it with anything else.
I know we can. We just go to the machines and put them in.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's because, well, see, here in the US, there's a lot of McDonald's that are owned by franchise owners.
Mm.
And so
Most
of them.
they'll set their own rules sometimes.
Yeah, there is loads of franchises here, but they still kind of have to follow McDonald's rules.
Yeah.
No, franchise owners over here, they'll skirt around that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monopoly ends here on Wednesday.
Oh, I know. Bugger.
How long are those game pieces good for? Because they should be good for another couple months after, right?
I think they're good for
Let-
at least another month after that.
Yeah, I think it is about. I don't know actually. I'll check mine.
I know mine. I know over here it's a month.
31st of the 10th.
Oh, only a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
We usually go to the end of November.
we get 2 months on them. Normally,
Yeah.
I think our other pieces, our other ones have got a bit longer. Yeah, the one where we've actually won prizes or discount codes have got longer.
Mm. That's what I would have thought. Yeah.
Which I'm just about to go and look at the phone case one I've gotten.
Hmm.
I went and watched Tommy's show last night again.
Yeah, I saw you in the
Christ.
chat.
Dude, they are so racist over there. It ain't funny. I don't know how they get away with it. Do
Yeah.
you hear all the shit they were saying on the panel?
No, I kind of ignored them.
Dude, they were yelling like all this racist shit back and forth to each other. I was like, oh my God. And then he just sits there like nothing's going on, like just lets it happen. I'm like, it's like he has no control over his channel at all. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I would have kicked them off the case by off the panel. I'd be bye.
I'm just saying when you so if you're getting 130 people in your chat and there's 3 or 4 people that are causing nonstop drama, why do you continue to let them hang around? I
Yeah,
don't understand that. Block them, take their wrench away from, hide them from your channel. Done and done. I think he only does it for the drama, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I think the drama actually gets the views.
But yeah, they're racist as shit over there though too. Oh my God.
Yeah, and that really calls into question, where does free speech start and hate speech end? At what point?
Well, I mean,
You
you got to
say
look at it from a
free
private
speech.
company's standpoint,
Yeah.
because over here, the Constitution doesn't protect you from companies; it protects you from the government. Companies can still set their own rules as far as speech goes. So, but they're just. I know if YouTube got a hold of his channel or if somebody said something, his channel would get shut down pretty quickly. Which like I said, I'm surprised hasn't happened.
Hey, Blind Neil, how you doing,
Some
buddy?
of the stuff they say over there is
Blind
insane.
Neil.
Haven't seen you in a while.
What was he?
I
He was
saw
on the
Blind
channel
Neil
the
about
other-
an hour ago.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, where else did I see him on a channel recently? Because we were
I
saying,
know it
we
might have
haven't
been
seen
an
him in
hour and a
while.
half ago. I don't know because I've been
Jody, American state national is a term used by sovereign citizens.
Yeah, the soft sits
The
really.
sovereign citizens are the most annoying.
Oh, they're good for watching on video. Watching them get audited on video.
Oh, the drama over there, Blind Neil, is insane.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
I think the only thing more interesting than watching soft sits get in trouble is the whole flat earth thing. That really gives me the shits, I tell you.
Oh, the flat earth.
Dominic muted? Or what the hell?
Who's muted?
No, you're fine, Justin.
Where's my sound?
Laura's not paying attention, that's all.
Yeah, that's why.
I was checking my comment section.
It's gone off again, has it?
Oh, I did this morning. I had the trolls again.
Well, Lynn has been kicking trolls off of my channel a lot.
Oh, good.
Well, Justin's still here.
We're glad to have
Oh,
Justin.
there we go. Do I?
I didn't hear any of that.
No, my headphones died.
Oh, I'm so glad you didn't hear it.
Laura made some kind of disparaging remarks, Justin.
I'll just go back and watch the stream. Hold on.
Go on then.
New short. Awesome.
I think you've seen it, Dominic.
Yeah. No, that one I haven't. The Beetlejuice one I haven't.
Oh, I thought you commented on it.
No, it's the one before that.
Justin's too busy watching the stream back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you caught up now, Justin?
Yeah. What's Jody? What are you talking about the court systems? I got lost there for a second.
Yep. Got it.
He said not Blind Neil, like some bad music band, the original Blind Neil. And, and I'm only going to click on your link in the chat because you actually didn't try to clickbait everybody. You said new short. Okay. You were honest that time.
I only clickbait you. There's a difference. And
Oh,
you still,
yeah. That's right. The sovereign citizen conversation.
And you still
Yeah,
write
yeah.
on it saying clickbait.
The sovereign
Queen.
citizen conversation goes into, as I said, flat Earth.
Yeah.
I can't get my head around people thinking the Earth's flat.
If the Earth was flat, cats would push everything off the edge.
Exactly.
Well, my whole point is about the whole thing is they think it's some conspiracy. And I'm like, well, what's NASA's end game?
Exactly.
Why do they feel like they need to tell us the world's round if it's flat? Like, what's the conspiracy actually about? Because that's the thing is they can never give you the underlying reason why it's a conspiracy. They just say NASA's wrong. And I'm like,
Exactly.
okay, well, what's their end game? What's your argument about? Like, do you have a legitimate reason why they would only tell us it's round and not flat?
Mm.
And when you can't find a single scientist out there that will back their statements up, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go with the guys that have spent their entire careers and got degrees and everything and spent their whole lives studying. Let's face it, for the most part, for most people, it's boring. But these few people found a passion in it and actually spent their entire lives studying it.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
I just, as I said, I can't get my head around it.
Like I said, most of the people that are head of conspiracy theories are usually not experts in the thing they're trying to debate.
Yeah. Yeah, just too hard.
Because you have to look at the legitimacy of the person if you're going to take their claim serious.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, the thing of it is the reason that the flat Earth thing is so so bad is if you look at all the planets, they're all round.
Exactly.
I mean, you can clearly see
Why
the
not?
moon and oh yeah, but they'll tell you the moon in the sky is a projection that the government puts out every night, and it doesn't exist. You know, they'll give you some stupid crap like that. You know, like the government's spending billions a year to project the moon in the sky for no apparent reason, except for just to annoy them.
Exactly.
That's why I said they can't give you an answer of what is NASA and the governments and all the governments around the world. What is their reasoning for telling you that? There is no reasoning behind it.
Well, that's like the this whole nonsense going on around the world about that the Hamas and all those are they're not doing anything wrong. It's all Israel.
Yeah, but you speak to the other side, and the other side will say, "Oh, but the other one's doing something wrong."
Yep.
Oh my God, Jody.
It's best not to. Yeah.
Hey, Laura, how's things going in the UK going now that they've bunkered down the King's Palace?
Mm.
What did they bunker his palace down for?
Oh, they chained the gates. You can't get in. And there's no more guards on horseback or anything. They're all in military garb
Mm.
because of the because of the Israeli issue. Because
I think Hamas is going to storm the castle. Come on now.
Yeah,
Hamas has
definitely.
called on
Jesus.
everyone to unite and to rebel.
Oh my God. So stupid.
But the
But where
sad
does
part
that
is the average person would agree with you, Justin. But for every person that agrees with you, every 100,000 that agree with you, there's probably 10 or 15 that don't, and so then those numbers start to add up.
Yeah. But as I said again, where does that one end?
Radicalism. Yep.
Been going on for thousands of years.
Oh, it's, Laura doesn't notice anything. It's just like over here. If they did that over here, as your average American, you're not going to be affected on your day-to-day operation. You're
Mm.
going to keep, if they all of a sudden they lock the White House down, you think I give a shit being down in Florida? I'm still
Mm.
going to go about my day like it's normal.
Well, it pretty much is locked down, isn't it?
But I'm saying, like, Laura ain't going to notice anything different on her day-to-day stuff.
I also don't follow the news.
Good thing to do sometimes. I was going to say, if you did, I try and keep out, try and keep out of the news as much as possible. But unfortunately, news just permeates through, especially when you've got social issues like we've had recently.
Well, I'm saying, like,
It permeates into everyday life. It permeates into everyday conversation.
Yep.
like I said, if you look at like the Ukraine thing, you look at the Israeli thing, you think the average American that's going to work every day, going to the grocery store, coming home, watching his favorite TV show, you think he's affected literally by any of that? No, I mean, he hears about it. But I mean, as far as his daily activities, he's not going to give a shit. He's still doing what he's got to do,
Yeah. I can understand that train of thought as well.
Well, same with you guys. Being over in Australia, you're not going to notice that on your daily activities.
No.
You're going about your business every day.
Oh, Blind Neil's pissed off because his mail strike.
Oh no.
And
He's in Canada, right?
He's been waiting for a package for 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's in Canada, isn't he?
I think so.
Well, we're looking at industrial action for supermarkets because they want to be paid more.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Blind Neil's up there in Canada. I didn't know they were having a mail strike going on.
I think we had industrial action from Australia Post, and we had
Mark.
The deal with Mark White wrote, Dominic.
Yeah, they'll send out the National Guard if I'm late to
If
one.
you're missing, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ring him earlier.
Oh, I didn't even know they were having a mill strike in California. Shows how big the U.S. is. I don't even know what the fuck's going on in California.
And it's one, it's on the other side of the country, and two, it's California. No one takes notice. No offense to any Californians in the chat.
Well, everybody that's from California that's usually over here, They trust me. They don't agree with anything that's going on there. They're just kind of stuck there at the moment.
Yeah, it just seems to be the place that everybody makes fun of.
Well, it's either that or New York. You take your pick. You can make fun of either one of them.
And probably you have people in different states making fun of other states. There's always that one state that
dude,
everybody loves to.
I've heard people from California that are hardcore Californians, and I'm from California. Love the state. It's a beautiful state. I just don't like the way it's ran. But I've heard people from California say, "Oh, don't bring your Florida politics here." I'm like, what? Prosperity, freedom, actually creating jobs and people wanting to move here.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? What's your statement just didn't make any sense. You guys are literally, people are leaving a mass exodus. Companies are, you know, to open a small business in California, you might as well slit your own throat.
Well, the sad part about California, like it is in New York and some of the big cities here in the US, is the crime is driving all the businesses out of the urban areas.
And like I said, you know, going through all a couple of years ago when they were having all the riots, the COVID shit that was going on, dude, when we living in Florida, you didn't feel like any of that was going on. It was like business as usual before all that crap happened. It felt like the same all the way through. All that crap, the 2-3 years of just, you know, terribleness that everybody was dealing with in other states. We didn't feel like that down here. The police down here don't overstep their boundaries. They're very constitutional.
I wish we had that.
You know, in some states, the police just bow and bend to whatever the state wants them to do instead of standing up to them, saying we're not going to enforce that. The sheriffs down here, if you tried to enact some unconstitutional law down here, the sheriffs wouldn't enforce it. They would tell you, we're not doing it. Plain and simple. And so would the local police departments. If it's overstepping on your constitutional rights, they're not going to do anything about it. But, you know, in other states, you know, law enforcement, you know, they're told, you know, go out and do this to the citizens, and they'll just willy-nilly go do it without questioning it.
Yeah.
I mean, people can say what they want about Florida, but I've lived in multiple states. I've seen the difference in politics and you're just everyday personal freedoms. And at this point, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Not to say there's not other good states out there, but I wouldn't want to move back to my home state.
All right, that's interesting then, because it's usually we have the loyalty to the state we were born in. Doesn't matter if you move to a different estate, everybody has that loyalty to the
hometown type of thing. Yep. Home will always be home, Dominic.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying it seems more here that if you're born in that one state and you move to another, you're still loyal to that state, it seems.
Well, I would imagine with us having all of these millions of illegal immigrants coming to the United States, they don't feel that way.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, I would love to move back to California if it was ran better. Like I said, it's a beautiful state, no doubt. The state itself is very nice. It's a great place to visit for, you know, if you want to see some good scenery, if you want to.
Well, there'd be more people in California than there would be in the whole of Australia.
Hey, Justin, have you looked at the Philadelphia cam lately?
Not in the last few days. No.
Paul Hodges told me this morning, and he showed a little bit that they cleaned it up.
No.
Every couple of, like, once a week they come through there and they push everybody out, and they come in and sweep all they blow all the sidewalks off. They come in and
he showed this morning was like,
yeah, they come in and spray they power wash all the sidewalks, but then they move right back in within like a few hours after they're done. So,
okay.
I mean, I bet if you went on the cam now, they'd probably all be back there again. Every morning they come through and clean a lot of the trash up off the sidewalk, but I mean, they trash the sidewalk like every day. They completely trash it. All right, hold on a sec, Laura. I had to move out of the way so Sarah could get some drinks. And if I'm talking too loud, let me know because I can't get out of this here.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
We can at least hear you now, right, Dominic?
Yeah.
What in the hell? Stop staring at my cock. Laura.
Oh, now Paul's gonna want to see it, isn't he?
No.
Well, it's in the private chat anyway.
That's hilarious.
But you keep saying about my shorts.
Mm.
So I did a shorts video.
But I've had people from California, like I said something about it, and they're like, you live in Florida, you're not from there. I guess I am. I grew up there. Trust me. I know, dude, I know California like the back of my hand traveling around. I don't need a map to travel around California. I know how to get places just by driving here. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Mark, we had that same problem with chewing gum. Hasn't been a problem recently.
Oh, there's gum everywhere on the pavements here.
No, it seems that problem seems to have been eradicated. Same with cigarette butts. We don't have that cigarette butt problem anymore.
Oh, in some states they've gotten so bad about restrictions on gum. If you get caught spitting gum on the thing, you can get arrested for it.
Hey, here comes Chuck. Go ahead, Dominic. You can ask him when he gets here.
There he is.
Hang on,
Hey,
Chuck. Hang
No,
on, I gotta mute.
Dominic wants to ask you what's up, Chuck.
Gonna ask Laura what's up.
Mudball.
Hey, Mudball.
Hey, Mudball.
Yeah,
All right.
that's where you're from, right, Chris? Shingleton. We looked that up not too long ago. Shingleton.
Shingletown.
Go.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, or it's Shingleton.
Hmm.
Shingleton.
I would imagine they call it Singleton, but
What's up, Donald? Yeah, I think we looked up his hometown not too long ago on here. He had us look it up because he lives up in like I think the mountainous areas in Northern California.
Mountainous areas are really lovely.
Oh yeah, dude. Try like going on the like mountain roads and seeing all the little tiny towns and oh yeah, that's always fun drive.
A few of those mountainous roads where it weaves through a lot. Al Diaz,
What's up, Al?
time to fly.
In here. Oh, there's Al. What did I miss? I come in thinking everything's like okay, except for one part of the world that's all disturbed as usual.
Yeah,
What did I come into?
we're talking about chewing
Now
gum.
we're talking about Chris's town. No, we were talking about chewing gum on the pavement. or on sidewalks. Because I said some countries have gotten so strict about it, like you can get arrested for spitting your gum out. They catch you spitting it out on the sidewalks.
We're talking about flat Earth.
Yeah.
I heard a little bit
Talking
about that crap.
Sovereign citizens. Talking
Heard-
about why the passport should be the size of a license card,
Driver's license.
driver's license card. Yep.
Oh, the passport. Yeah, that's so stupid now. They don't even stamp the damn thing. Why not just have it?
Oh,
be
they
on-
don't
No
stamp them
stamping,
anymore?
That's great.
They
Mostly
quit-
no.
I think they just scan it now, right? On the little
Scan
machine.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Iceland
Yeah.
I actually have a stamp from Iceland, which is kind of cool, but it's very backwards. Very backwards.
I'm just saying, why can't it be a lot smaller? Because it'd be easier to carry with you.
Hell yeah. Easier to lose too, but easier to carry.
Yeah. I would have thought something bigger would be easy to lose.
I don't know. I can lose anything personally.
Yeah,
What,
You are correct.
what I was saying, Chuck, was
Singapore is
that in Michigan, we have enhanced driver's license, which serves as a passport.
New York has those. No, it does not. Not as a passport. Maybe
Oh,
maybe to go
sorry,
to
that's
Canada or
correct, Don.
something like.
Canada,
Yeah, it's
no,
well, the enhanced driver's license also allows you to enter federal buildings and stuff too. You have to have that little gold star now
gold
on there.
star on the
The
corner.
gold star.
Like
Gold star.
federal facilities require you have that on your license for some reason. Now, apparently that little star makes you special. I don't know
yeah, exactly.
why we need. There's already 86 holograms on your license. I don't know why we need another one.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. That's up.
Malta, Seychelles, and the Philippines. Well, that's 3 places I haven't been to, Mark. So hmm,
Transferring files, clearing up cameras, making room for new footage. If I travel
heading back-
anywhere.
you're heading back to London soon, aren't you?
Yeah, is this a bad decision?
What,
You
going
should
to
go
London?
a place you've never been to, rather than
Have you been to
No,
any of the Asian countries like South Korea or Japan or anything?
Thought maybe the Middle East might be a good place to go right now.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty
definitely.
sick. Yeah, you know.
get some really good drone footage there.
Fucking idiot.
Okay, here's the official
guys. Not you
Michigan
guys.
driver's license says Michigan driver's license ID is an enhanced license and ID can be in place for a passport or re-entry of the United States by land, sea from Canada, Mexico, Bermuda, and the Caribbean.
Yeah, so it's a list of certain countries that accept it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it's limited. It's convenient though. I mean,
Yeah.
for traveling, New York has that too. For traveling like up to Canada, I think, yeah, Mexico and stuff, the Caribbean. I need to correct me. Tomato.
Yeah.
You can go to Israel and put your drone up, Chuck, but I don't know if that Iron Dome system will take your drone down.
Wait, where?
You
Wow,
get
how?
some
What?
great footage.
I
What's
Mark.
said-
on flying it where?
I said you can fly your drone in Israel, but that Iron Dome system might take it down.
Yeah, I have no
It'll
desire
be
to
great
go there
footage.
like ever. In fact, it would be really nice if they just, with all their stupidity, just keep it, there.
Keep it in their own
Yeah.
area.
When it comes to
Just don't
when
let
it comes
get
to
you
religion and politics, it's all horse shit and just keep it wherever it is and leave it the
I know.
fuck alone. I don't want
That's-
any part
but
of it.
It's not just, but
it's all
see
nonsense.
there, it's not religion.
Yeah.
It's not politics. It's religion and politics.
It's the whole problem with this world.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
They get
that's
those
the
two
main-
Both
things.
of the problem.
That's the biggest problem in the Middle East, period, is so you'll have it's over a lot of times their conflicts are over religion mainly. That's like 90% of the
Mm.
conflict. But
Indeed.
in each country that's in itself, they have their own factions that hate each other. So it gets
Yeah.
really complicated.
Yeah. So
You know
why
what
don't they
I'm
just
saying?
keep all their
It's not-
hate bottled up
It's not
over
religion
there?
that starts
and
it. It's
Kick the
politics
shit
that
out of
starts
one
it
another
because of the
over
religion.
there and keep us out of it because we don't want any part of their crap. We don't
Yeah,
care.
that's
Do
what I
whatever
mean.
that's do whatever
Just
you want.
Keep it in that little area and just
Yeah.
don't talk
Give them
to
all
us about
guns,
it.
let them sort it out and just keep us out of it.
No,
Yeah.
have you thought about going to like Japan or South Korea? Though Japan looks really cool to travel in. I've seen some really cool vlogs in Japan.
I have coworkers that have been, and yeah, they say it's
I
quite
know a
cool.
lot of people that have been
But-
to Japan, and
They're electronic
looks a
stores. That's what
lovely
I want to go
place.
check out.
Nah.
Dude, have you seen their gaming? So over in Japan, you can go there and they have like actual big gaming stores like the size of Walmart. And they make like reproductions of all the old gaming systems. So you can get like a legit reproduction NES, like a Sega, you know, if you want like a Sega Dreamcast or something. Like they're because they're so heavily into video games over there. You can get like full reproduction models of the old systems and stuff. It's really cool.
I don't know. I used to have I had a Sega Genesis boxed up like new for the longest time and gave it away.
There's a guy I watch that goes over there and he flips a lot of games on eBay. So he makes a trip over there every few months just because it's easy to find the rare games over there in the game stores. And he'll go searching for a bunch of different ones. He'll get them like for $5 US and they'll turn around and flip them for like 200 on eBay.
Now, Japan uses the same standard we use here in the States, right?
I was so small to wear this. Now look at my.
But the other thing I like about Japan is it's only 2 hours behind the time difference for me. So there's not going to be much of a time lag, but it's the opposite season. Because I'd be just going north.
Going straight up. Going
Yeah.
straight up.
I'm going straight up.
How does that work flying there? You're going straight up, but the Earth's rotating. So like
Yeah, I know. That's always
is that the pisser about it? Is that the pisser about it? Do you have to like go like kind of like this?
Yeah, you'd have to go the grand circle.
You have to
Because
arc
it's,
it.
yeah, it's literally
Well, literally, yeah. It's like we were talking about last
Literally
night. If you
straight up
throw,
and down.
if you're on a train and you throw something up in the air, it'll still come
Yeah.
down in your hand but it's
because I don't have to.
the minute you're off the
if you
ground,
go-
now it's
so
different.
That's the trouble with going to different spots. You've got if you go to the northern hemisphere, you're going to be
Yeah.
flipped with your seasons. But if you go to the northern hemisphere, but it's something that's in roughly the same time zone,
So
then it's going to be easier to do rather than having a time warp as well as it's different seasons.
So you're in an airplane. Which way does the toilet water go down the bowl?
That'd be-
Depends on what side of the
And does
equator
it
you're on.
change when you switch over from southern to northern
Yeah,
hemisphere?
I've always wondered about that.
Somebody needs to do a video on that.
As you're
Dom,
going past the equator.
Dom, this is your opportunity. You
Yeah,
have
I'm
to
going
get
to Japan
so
then.
Oh, you remember the Simpsons clip, right? That I showed not too long ago.
yeah. But I mean,
He
in
had the
an
machine on
aircraft, I
there.
want to know what happens in an aircraft when like you're
That would be interesting,
Straight
flying
up
over,
relative
right
to
over
the
the
map,
equator
yeah,
and keep
still.
flushing it.
keep that camera rolling. Let's see what happens. Does it go
Mhm.
this way? Does it go that way? Does it matter?
I'm wondering if there's some point right on the
Scientifically, I should know
equator.
the answer. I do not know the answer.
Well, I'm wondering if there's some point on the equator where it just like shits itself
It
literally.
just goes straight
And
down.
it's trying to go, it's trying to go both directions at the same time.
It goes straight down. Maybe.
I'd love to go to South Korea too. It's the two Asian countries I'd really like to visit: South Korea and Japan. I want to go to the
As I
DMZ
said,
zone.
The only thing I'd have about Japan is because they're tightly packed into everything.
Well, and then they have some of the coolest vending machines too. So one of the
Yeah,
guys I watch is Eric's Travels, and he goes around. That's all he does is just because the vending machines are so prevalent there. But they have like these just insane vending machines that will like spit out a hot bowl of ramen in an actual glass bowl.
Yeah, well, we won't talk about those other ones, but I watch YouTube channel, and he's local. He lives near me, and he goes to Japan a lot. So it's great to see going from Melbourne, Australia, to Tokyo, and going around Japan. But at least it's the size of a postage stamp, so it'd be easy to get around. Not like
Well,
Australia.
Some of the real successful vlog channels that I've seen are actually when somebody is a foreigner and lives in that country
Yeah.
and then is always doing vlogs around that country, because it makes it more interesting seeing it from an outsider's perspective versus somebody that lives there, you know.
Yeah.
Like Eric's travels, he's American, but he lives in Japan. And so he's always going on these little trips across Japan, and he has been one of his main things.
It is very interesting watching expats living in a different country.
Right. It adds a little bit more flair, I think, to the
Ooh,
appeal
flare.
of watching it.
Mm,
Can't find you guys. Oh, there it is. How weird. Very bizarre.
what you lose.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Mark.
Yeah.
But South Korea, honestly, I've always wanted to go to the DMZ. I've always found that interesting.
Yeah.
How you get to go in the buildings and stuff. They'll take you on little tours in the buildings. And at one point, when you're in the building, you're actually on the North Korean side.
Mm. Wouldn't that be
And
interesting?
yeah, it's have you ever watched any videos on that?
Yeah.
On how they do the procedures and everything? So like,
Yeah, I watched the North Korea. The other one I've watched is a lot of travel documentaries of Vietnam.
yeah,
Very interesting place.
because on the DMZ, they'll go inside the building.
Yeah.
And when they do that thing every day where they try to reach out to North Korea for a meeting, they'll
Yeah.
actually go over to the North Korean door and they'll unlock it. But 2 other Marines have to be holding, or military personnel have to be holding on to his arm while he's unlocking the door. That way, if they open the door and try to grab him, they can pull him back in. That's like one of their procedures that they do.
Yeah, I've seen that and it's weird.
Playing.
What camera is that?
Oh, the old Action 3. Just curious of something.
Mm.
Have they said anything about the Pocket 3 yet?
Yeah, 10 days.
Oh, I bet you're
Yeah.
excited about that, huh?
I
Finally.
want that camera really badly. Yeah.
Have you seen the specs on it yet or no?
Seen some supposed specs on it. Looks pretty stout. So 1-inch sensor, which of course is,
All right, we'll see you later, Laura.
much bigger than Pocket 2.
Say, Laura.
See, it has D-Log, 10-bit. It's like the microphone system similar to this thing. But yeah, the D-Log and the 10-bit are going to be really good for sure.
Oh, nice.
So
There's the old one didn't have that, right? The Pocket 2.
this one, no.
Yeah, so that should be
Or
a
this
significant upgrade.
Or this one.
See, it's nice when they go a little while without upgrading, and then when you actually get the
Then
when
you
they
get to
release it.
you buy 2 of them like I did.
Well, what I'm saying is to see how long they took from the Pocket 2 to the Pocket 3. Now that has made it exciting for you, and it has a significant upgrade, which makes you feel like you're worth buying it, right?
It's actually long overdue. It probably, yeah. I mean, true, but it should have happened no more than 2 years after Pocket 2 came out. Really, usually it's a year to 2 years. It's quite the wait. I mean, it's pretty far behind. Pocket 2 is pretty far behind. But
I think
it's gonna be good. I mean, it's like I'm wondering how it's gonna work with the DJI mic system and stuff. Because like this thing, you can plug the DJI mic receiver into the side here. And then you don't have the silly 3.5 millimeter disconnect problems like I have with this contraption here with all this shit hanging off of here and stuff. And the cold boot on the side that I had to put on there. It's all
that just for the camera, huh?
It's really important. Audio is super important. And then it's
I know it's just sucks you have to have all that.
You got it takes something that's very compact and makes it just a cluster.
It's like you have a little tiny camera, all of a sudden you got this massive dongle hanging on the side.
So no, it's not that bad. I mean, really, Justin, but I mean, like the boot on the side holds the receiver, and then it just gets clumsy. So anyway.
Yeah, but it's better than it was 10 years ago.
It's a good little camera. You can carry it, you can deploy it pretty quick. So I'm we'll see. I mean, I have to have it. The one, actually, you know what's funny? My biggest concern with the Pocket 3 is the lack of, see this little wheel?
Yeah.
Well, the wheel allows you to analog, like you can move it up and down a little bit, moves the gimbal really slow. A lot of it moves the gimbal really fast. That's from the Pocket, but it worked on the Pocket 2. The Pocket 2 had like a little nub on it. It's like a click up, click down kind of thing. And you could never adjust. We talked about this. You couldn't adjust gimbal speed or smoothness. So it just whatever DJI wanted, which sucked. It was too fast. So I'm a little worried because Pocket 3 has that built in, and there's this little nub thing. And like if it moves really fast, I don't know. It's gonna maybe ruin it for me personally. So we know they're a drone maker. They should be able to put the gimbal speed and smoothness features in there as settable. Hopefully. That is what I'm most curious about, believe it or not. Everything else is going to be great. Picture's going to be better in low light. So a lot of the stuff carried over from Pocket 2, stereo mics that nobody uses and stuff like that. But anyhow, 10 days.
Mhm.
I should be in London. I'll probably be at the DJI store in London. Oh, there isn't really a DJI
Hey.
store in London, but there's a dealer in London.
Oh, you should get a hold of them ahead of time. Be like, you want to go ahead and put one of those aside for me?
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna help out a yank with that. Yeah, they'll get right on that. Sure. No, it's I'll order it up and it'll be here when I get home. There's really no sense in trying to figure out a new camera on vacation. That's a mistake. Anytime I've ever done that, it's been a mistake.
Well, how long are you going to be over there for?
Yes.
Not long enough to worry about getting a new camera mid-ship through the week.
JDS
Just
is
be-
here.
Kind of, I just think it'd be a
JDS.
mistake, Justin. Something, getting used to it and all that.
Sucks though you can't get it ahead of time though and play with it and
It
have
would have
that.
been nice to be a tester.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not worthy. So it's all right. JDS, man, what's up? So
What's up?
what's
What's up,
up,
JDS?
How you doing? Where's Tim anyway?
Too early.
Oh, my glasses
Well,
are so
it's
clean now.
it's Monday for him, so he's probably not even up for. He would just be
Yeah.
getting up for work
Yeah.
if he's off. I don't know if he's working.
What's
or not.
that? 5
Have no
past 8.
fear, JD
up
is
there.
here.
Yeah, but
Tom?
he was getting a lot of those really late shifts where he wasn't going until like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
So
Gee. Come here.
Yeah. So which one is this?
Tim used to get
ND8.
40, 50 hours every week. Now he's lucky to get 30.
D8. Somewhere here, ND8 on the thing. All right.
They've been really slow.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Well, let's see. These multiplied too.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you're
Do you
gonna set-
keep do you keep an inventory of all your cameras and all your drones and stuff? And
Well, you can see who has this one on the bottom. It says Lori. That's how I know.
well, you tend to sell your old shit once you start getting new inventory in anyway, don't you?
Drones, yeah. Cameras, no. Cameras, I kind of keep them till they die. Usually they end up they'll travel with me as like a backup. Like hell, last year to England, we brought the old Osmo Action with us. We had it. And we had an old Osmo Pocket just in case too. I mean, they still work. If you need them, you have them. But yeah, the drones go. I'm not big keeping old drones around. They don't do me any good. Should get rid of the cameras too, though. Maybe we'll break
yeah.
camera giveaway. Channel giveaway.
Yeah, why
give
not?
away some cameras.
Hashtag giveaway.
And
Always
by the way,
cameras.
if anybody's
sorry.
interested, JDS does have some older DJI drones for sale. He has a Phantom 3, a Phantom Standard, a Mini 1, and a Spark and something else, I think.
Wow.
Oh, everybody loves
well, you
Spark.
sold your Spark, right?
Yeah, he's JDS is actually looking to get out of drones. He's more into the RC planes and stuff now. So he
Yeah.
wants to get rid of all of them. So
It's made the switch.
He said all you have to do is you have to pay shipping, and then whatever the price is that he works out with you. So
Anybody out there running an Action 4 or 3? This is the 3.
I've only got Action 2.
is
Anybody
it the
know this?
original Mavic JDS?
Anybody recognize this selfie stick with the funny rubber? It's a funny rubber band I put around because magnets never hold shit well, so it's
Exactly,
rubber
yeah.
banded. Anyway, this thing was designed for Action 2. This little remote control comes off, and you can control the Action 2 with it.
I've seen that, yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Well,
Yeah.
it actually works with Action 3 and Action 4, but they won't tell you that. The reason they tell you it won't work is because the mount set up for Action 2, which is just put on here, quarter 20.
Okay.
So the fix,
Action 2.
the
There's
fix
my-
is to
Come on,
get
Mark.
a quarter 20 to GoPro
Yeah.
mount, right? And you get the GoPro mount with the magnet on the bottom that goes to your action camera with this.
Hey, Mark's
Yeah.
got a good idea for you,
That-
Chuck, to get rid of your old
this thing.
equipment.
Keep moving because my picture's over here. You get this doodad right here, these two things. And
Good
then
point,
you can
man.
use the selfie stick. Yeah, there you go. That's my tip for the day.
JD or Mark said if you just leave your old shit in the UK when you leave, just claim it on your travels insurance. Trying to come.
You could way to upgrade Mini 4.
Yeah.
My
Just give
Mini
it-
3 Pro's in the bottom of the Thames, so State Farm, give me another one.
leave a little
Yeah.
note on it for the maid. Here's your tip. All your old camera equipment you don't want no more.
Nice. Yeah, I guess maybe. Anyway, seriously, if you want to use that little the selfie stick, harden the rubber band. I know it looks cheesy, but it does the job. It keeps
Works.
the thing from falling off. You'd know why it's there if you owned one, because many times I found it in my backpack. You know, all this magnet stuff's great when it works.
JDS, did you try Facebook Marketplace yet? Posting those? Just see if you
Yeah,
get any hits
50
on it.
bucks.
Fuck, what is he selling to Max? Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, you get about
Max
you
will
know,
find you.
he'll pay 1 cent on the dollar if that for stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Max is smart though. He'll sit around and he'll watch somebody's listing for like 2 weeks. And he gets to the point where they keep dropping the price by, $20, $50 every few days trying to get rid of it. And then he just comes in, snags it at a low price.
That's when you get to the point as a seller when you should just reconsider it and maybe make a really, really good crash video. Do something really stupid to the drone.
Yeah, that'd be
and
great.
film
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Like let's see how the FPV drone does flying straight on into a brick wall, and get like a high frame rate camera filming it from, get a couple of these things at high frame rate or whatever. That's all you got, whatever. And just maybe have a drone flying over and just filming down, like pointing down, and get like 3 angles from it, and then make it super exciting.
Well, I think that's why Max buys them. I mean, you can't fly worth a crap anyway. So, oh, is Max not in the chat? Is he?
No.
You'll know if he is.
Oh, me and Max been going back and forth like hardcore last couple of weeks, talking all kinds of crap to each other.
Yeah. Nice.
He likes to come over on my channel and put other live streams links in there. But yeah, JDS is getting that new little Honda. I wouldn't call it a Honda speed bike. That is a cool little bike though. I actually wanted one after I watched Bikes and Beards do their review on it, JDS. If you're somebody like Ken, Mark, you can afford to just do bullshit like that and crash stuff.
I don't see any travel advisories.
Let's see here.
Did Laura drop off? I think she did.
Yep,
Yeah.
Laura's gone.
Sorry.
You have to get up early in the morning.
Well, it is pretty late there. It was at 11 something, 11:13.
11:15,
ahead.
she said she had to get up early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have stuff to do too, I guess. But
There you go.
you guys were talking about
JDS.
interesting
You got-
stuff. So
You got heaps to do, I take it.
Didn't do much this weekend. Didn't even bother shaving or anything. Didn't put my contacts in. Roughing it, man. Roughing it.
Watch that video, JDS, if you hadn't seen it already.
Which one's this?
Oh, that's on that bike. Bikes and Beards did a review on the motorcycle that JDS is buying. JDS got rid of his big old hog of a motorcycle he had, and he's getting this little thing. It's made by Honda. But it's kind of pretty much like a souped up little scooter.
It's good looking though, isn't it?
Yeah, they're nice looking for sure. He
It
just
does,
wants-
it tells you the price is $2,500.
Yeah, it's not bad. Plus, it actually has one of Honda's like most reliable and toughest engines in it. Like these engines almost never have any issues. Like they're one of the best engines that they make. But it's just he wants something just small and not too powerful to putz around town on and stuff.
Back though. There you guys are. It's
You'll
not
like that
minimizing
channel, JDS. If you've never seen his channel, you'll really like that channel. They're funny.
Anybody get footage of the eclipse?
The only one I
No.
saw.
Oh, it's
was,
cloudier than hell here.
Lee from Yellow Rose Drones did.
I don't
Yeah,
think
sort
you
of.
could really see it from Florida, though, could you? Unless you had like a
don't think-
specialized lens,
Yeah, like us. I don't think you were in the trajectory or whatever
not to be able to
Acting
see
on
the
things
full.
aside.
this time. Yeah.
Because you can see it from other areas, but if you don't have a lens, the moon's
Yeah.
so tiny, it doesn't really make a dent in the
Yeah, to
sun.
be
Yeah,
on
kind of
the
like
East
this,
Coast.
right? Kind of that
Yeah.
going on. Yeah, you can't really-
Albuquerque, New Mexico was the
Angle.
best part to see it from.
Of course it was. But we had crap weather yesterday anyway, just like Paul described. We had crap weather, so it wouldn't have
It's
mattered.
been crappy weather here for the last week.
Yeah, we flipped the switch.
Well,
Lori
if
and
it's
I
any
came back.
consolation, I'm having crappy weather as well.
Lori and I came back from the Adirondacks, and immediately the weather
Yes,
turned to crap.
Maria Davis also did. That's correct, Mark.
I watched it live when it was happening on YouTube, but
Yeah,
Oh, of course.
I
of course you did.
only watched the replay because it was 3 a.m. over here.
yeah, he's really cool, JDS. I love his channel. That dude's funnier than hell. I love his bike reviews. He buys all the cheap Chinese bikes off Amazon, and then he does these reviews on them, and then he goes out and completely destroys them. And some of the bikes that come from Amazon are nice looking. They're just really poorly designed. Like when you start comparing them to like an American made bike or say like a Japanese made bike, you definitely see the difference in quality. And the thing is a lot of the American and Japanese made bikes, some of them are cheaper than the ones they're selling on Amazon from China. And they're built 10 times better. If I'm going for a dirt bike, dude, it's either going to be American or Japanese. Especially, I'm not buying no Chinese dirt bike. I ain't going to trust that.
I'm not buying a Chinese dirt bike.
Dude, they're he's bought bikes off of Amazon from China, and literally the whole frame was like twisted. Like they're just quality control is horrible. And then
I believe you would think that everything their manufacturing is pretty advanced. You know,
Okay,
it's
well.
hard to believe they're that sloppy with
And that's the thing
Frames.
is, well, and it's the metals they use too. Like the Chinese metal is just not up to,
it's not.
it's not up to US type metals. Like that's why US tools are usually so much better, because it's the grade of steel that's a higher quality metal. Like that's why if you buy hardware from China, you can strip it out super easy. Dude, if I buy like Allen wrench head screws from China, dude, I can twist them and no problem just strip them out.
I don't know what to say anymore, because I used to be a proponent of Craftsman tools. They were a great value. They were
Mhm.
they were drop forged and made in the US and everything, and then that all changed. And now I don't
Well,
know. I have all
I'm
my
gonna
own.
head out,
Are you gonna head
guys.
out, Dom?
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
Dominic.
See you
See you,
guys
dude.
later.
Hey, Dominic, take care.
Oh, well, bye-bye.
Well,
Love
you know,
Pico's.
I watched, I
Awesome
was
goes.
telling somebody I was watching 2 or 3 guys on Amazon or on YouTube, and they were doing reviews on all the Harbor Freight tools. And they were showing how you could build a really nice toolbox for about $1,000, fill it up and everything.
Mhm.
And all 3 of the guys I watched, they used these toolboxes over the course of like 6-month period. And then they gave a bunch of updates on it throughout the 6 months. And surprisingly, all 3 of them really, there was only a few tools within the toolbox that they didn't recommend buying. But for the most part, yeah, they actually really liked the Harbor Freight tools for what they paid for. And these were mechanics, you know, these are guys that were using the tools every day to try to give the best review they could on them. You know what I'm saying? Like they were putting them through their paces. And the Harbor Freight scored pretty good with them. So, and I buy a lot of stuff from Harbor Freight. I don't mind it. They got some really good deals on stuff. And there's been a few times where Snap-on was selling the same exact item that Harbor Freight was selling. It came from the same manufacturer, same design. Everything
Just had their name on it.
was identical. Like one of the famous ones was their floor jack. So Snap-on was selling this floor jack. And then people found out that Harbor Freight had the same floor jack, same manufacturer, same design. Nothing was different on it. Identical. And Harbor Freight was selling it for like $200 and Snap-on was selling it for like $600 or $700.
Yeah. I think the only Snap-on tool that I own is torque wrench, 1/2-inch torque wrench. And that's after my Craftsman torque wrench broke after using it 3 times. And I went into Sears. It was 1.5 years old. And they said, oh, these don't have a lifetime warranty like our other hand tools do. I said, it's a hand tool. Shouldn't it still be a year? Or shouldn't it be forever? Not like, whatever, 90 days. I said, this thing shouldn't have broken already. Like, well, we're sorry, but that's, look, the warranty's on the back of the, in fact, I still had the snap in, where you store it in the case, set right in the back, like 90 days. Like, I said, holy shit. Okay. Well, here, you can throw this out for me and I'm going to go buy something else. I'm not buying Craftsman ever again. Bye. And, but I found a Snap-on on eBay. Freaking thing is awesome. So you're telling me I can find the same stuff without the Snap-on name on it, same exact tools in some cases for a fraction of the price. That's awesome, man.
Well, see, and that was one of the comparisons they were doing with the Harbor Freight tools and the Snap-on. So they were using Snap-on as a comparison. So they were like looking at the pliers, the wrenches, and they were looking at like the hinge designs. Like these guys were really thorough on their reviews.
Yeah.
They were looking at it and they found that a lot of the Harbor Freight tools were almost identically designed as the Snap-on as far as the hinge designs, how many teeth were in the ratchets.
But does it go back to the same thing you were mentioning a little while ago, where they might look exactly the same, the design may be exactly the same, but the quality of the material used to make the part may be less?
I mean, it's possible. Like they said, they did put them through their paces. I mean, if the guys were being honest with their reviews, which I'm assuming they were, because they didn't seem like they were really trying to, because they weren't getting any money for doing it. These guys went out and spent their own money on this shit. Like they didn't have affiliate links for like Harbor Freight or anything. But they really, they did like 2 of the guys did a 6-month review on using them. And they said, we tried to use them on a daily basis. And we only went to our other toolboxes if we needed certain specialty tools that we didn't have in the Harbor Freight one.
What? Suzanne Summers is no longer on this side of the dirt with us? Is that
When
what
she
you just
passed
said?
away. I guess so.
Wow. Off to the eternal side. Sad. Really?
Oh, and then who are the next two to go? Always
Mm.
seems like they happen in three.
Well, all that money she spent on plastic surgery doesn't matter now.
It's crazy.
76. Oh, cancer took her. Jesus.
It's crazy when you go at the end of the year though, and people make those YouTube videos where they show all the celebrities that have passed throughout the whole year, and you're like, Jesus, because you don't realize how many actually passed away.
Her birthday was tomorrow.
Can I help you, man? What? What?
Cancer.
That sucks.
Her 77th birthday was tomorrow. Would have been tomorrow.
What?
Wild. Sucks. I'm sad now. Sorry. So sorry. And Gitchy says on that sad news, back to the game.
Get you.
Just comes
We interrupt this chat to bring really sad news, and then got to go back to the game.
Yeah, just ducks out and goes back to a football game.
Yeah, sad news. The Niners lost to the Browns. A week after clobbering the Cowboys.
I don't know what to say.
What you want, dude? Why are you being such a baby?
So Chuck,
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have to go visit the DJI store in London,
Why do you figure? How do you
October
figure?
25th.
It's just gonna make my life difficult because
You're on the trip, what, next week? Or that week of the
yeah, but
23rd?
switching cameras though is never a good idea. Like, on the fly like that. It's asking for trouble. Got to figure out the settings and everything.
Oh, come on.
No,
You know
like-
you wanna.
Well, yeah, just one more good run with Pocket 2, and then we can let it ride off into the sunset, into the backup camera drawer where we'll go. Because it still does well. It has I can get stuff out of it. It's low light where it suffers mostly. Low light, it sucks at low light.
Sure.
But
I'm now rid up to date with all my crap, except for my Evo 2s.
Jody probably said hello to me like an hour ago, and I just sang hi back. So yeah. Then I gotta send an email to Drone Nerds, give them the information so they can ship my Mavic 3 over to DJI and get that straightened out.
Oh, Drone Nerds.
Drone Nerds, yeah.
Somebody this morning walked up to me, says he has a Phantom 3 and the motor was broke. And I was trying to remember who the hell you had sent yours to. And I said it was Drone something.
Drone Nerds.
Drone Nerds.
I was like, look it up
In
on Google in
hindsight-
Florida, you'll find them.
In
On hindsight, though, Chuck, you got a different opinion.
Yeah, it should have. Well, many different opinions. The first, there were several things done wrong by me after the incident. The incident, well, that was just stupid too. But that's something just happens in the run and gun deal of vlogging and filming. Anyway, never should have done a single thing to the drone. Should have picked up the phone and gotten a hold of DJI or done it online and said, "Look, I
Fair
need to send it. I don't have Care Refresh.
Oh.
I only had a year of that. I didn't get 2 years. So that was that. Well, that was the first mistake. But anyway, so like, should just send it back to them and said, here's just, I think it's fixable. Take care of it for me. And they probably would have sent me a refurb drone, and that would have been that.
Yes.
$200 and done. Now I don't know how it's going to go down, but we're going to find out. We are going to find out.
Oh, they still got it, Chuck?
Well, Drone Nerds does. So they reached out to me and said that they couldn't fix it. They don't have the main board. Main board is fried to the best of their knowledge. So has to go to DJI directly. So they said, fill out your paperwork. Here's the stuff you need. Fill out the paperwork on their website. You're going to get an authorization to ship it. Get that to us. We will ship it to them directly instead of having to have it come back to me and then go to DJI, which makes perfect sense.
Right.
So you
'cause
should
it's
have it by
It's in
Christmas.
Texas. It's in Texas.
I actually think the turnaround will be quicker than Drone Nerds. Drone Nerds has had it for almost a month.
So
Oh, really?
DJI,
They finally looked at it.
I can tell you on DJI, Chuck, when I did my warranty repair on my
Mhm.
Avata,
Mhm.
13 days.
Really, it's no big deal. I mean, I'm not
So
going
it
to have
shouldn't
it.
it shouldn't be much different than
Yeah.
that. Should be about 2 weeks.
Once they get it, right?
Yeah, once they get
No,
it. So-
from beginning from me shipping it, from the day I shipped it to the day I got it back, it was 13 days.
So I'm
Oh.
gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and get this stuff. I have the paperwork from DJI with the FedEx number and everything. I'm gonna send it over to Drone Nerds this week at some point. And that way probably take better than a week. I just to make sure it doesn't show up here by some miracle. It shows up here before I get home. That would suck. So
Well, yeah, you're going to be away.
yeah, so just delay it a little bit, be fine. And then
So-
it'll probably
So
take
for
longer
this
than
guy,
anyway.
Drone Nerds was probably the right thing because it was a Phantom 3. I don't know that
know. I mean,
I don't know that DJI
so-
works on something that old.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But like be worth a shot to ask him, I suppose.
He's got to find them first. So
What's he fixing a Phantom? Was it advanced?
no, oh, he didn't say. He just said Phantom 3.
Because I mean, I had a Phantom 3 standard.
Could be an advanced.
The standard, I bought it after my Mavic Pro because I had a scary incident with Mavic Pro where it flew off on me, but I got it back miraculously.
Anyways, he knows it's a motor, so it's like,
Yeah.
a motor really shouldn't be that big a deal to replace.
Those come apart pretty easily, though, unlike the Mavics. Those, But
Yeah, as long as it's not a board on the inside or something, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's like
that's
the
kind of
thing-
what
the
I was thinking.
thing-
They probably got the motors.
the thing that made the Mavic 3 so miserable to repair the arm on was, well, I have it right here. So the one gray wire sticking up in the air. I mean, the rest of them, these ones down low are easy. They see the fat ones. There are 3 that go to they go to a board, you solder them on, easy. There's this one little plug right here down short, this little pluggy thing that you can almost just see. But this wire right here had to make its way all the way up through the fuselage and go up to the top. In order to get to the connection point for this, you had to pretty much take half the drone apart. And that is when stuff went wrong for me anyway. So the minute I took the belly off the drone, whatever you want to call that bottom plate, take that off, and I realized that this other wire had to go up and through, I should have said, nope, no more. Stop. Bolt it up. Stop.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I did not stop because it's not in my nature to stop. It just keeps driving towards the cliff. Keep going towards the cliff. And I did. So
I'll be flying my original drone probably semi-frequently now.
No,
now
I gotta tell.
Now that I updated it, which it's the Air 2, so it got the firmware update. I finally put the firmware update on it with remote ID.
Oh, it's remote ID is no big deal, really. You know that. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I know. And somebody may go, why are you going to fly the Air 2? Well, there's a simple answer to this. Because I have a different camera on the drone. It's called the Sphere 360. I
Sphere?
like the Sphere. I
The
like the
Sphere?
Sphere.
The
I
sphere,
like the Sphere.
the sphere is cool, and it works on Air 2 or Air 2S.
Air
right?
2S. Yeah,
it's
it
the
works on
same-
both.
Yeah,
It works
I
on
mean, like,
both.
it's very cool.
The video that comes off the sphere is really fucking good. To be
Well,
honest,
it's 360 stuff, but it looked pretty neat, and like the
and it is.
the
God,
way it
that's
stitches, the way
hilarious.
it stitches out what hides the drone is pretty badass. And I could see total use case for that thing for anybody, because you can
Yeah,
frame it
yeah,
off
yeah,
and
you
you do it all, frame it in post, right? You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's neat. And I can't believe they didn't bother making one for the Mavic, but are they going to make
Yeah, I was looking at some forum post stuff, and yeah, I know it's like, yeah, I don't know. Will they make another one at all?
they probably
Is
won't.
kind of the question.
The installed base was so big between Air 2 and Air 2S that it probably justified it. You know, there was huge volume of
be.
drones sold that happened to use basically the same airframe.
Yeah, it was the same airframe.
Yeah. That's what made it possible. That's what's really cool about it.
Uh,
Oh my
So-
god, that movie's hilarious.
I don't know, Mark. We'll see what happens, man. We will find out what happens. But as far as England goes, just strictly just bringing a Mini 3 Pro. Mini 3 Pro is going to tag along just in case, because me and Tower Bridge, we have a date again. So, and some other stuff in London. See if I can pop up the little sub 250 and get some stuff.
Well, you're gonna go meet up with David and Laura, aren't you?
I don't think so.
okay. So here you go, Chuck.
There's no plans for that. I mean, no, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Just don't think there are any plans for it. What's that? The 360 stuff?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the sphere on my Air 2.
The only thing
Color looks great.
I think is it YouTube that makes it look kind of like smeary and like smudgy and
Probably. I don't know what reason.
eh.
What 1080p? Yeah, because it's only 1080p
Yeah,
video.
the thing that always kind of annoyed me with it was how the horizon gets all, well, it's the nature of a 360 camera.
Sure, it curves.
Yeah. That always kind of bugged me, but I like the ability to frame and post. And then when you frame and post, you can flatten out that horizon, but then
There,
you
is
end
that
up,
better?
with
Is
other
that better?
problems.
Oh my
You
God.
At
know,
least
like,
a little bigger.
I know you can do anything you want with it. It's kind of crazy. Oh,
And the drone didn't flip, the video flipped.
yeah. I'm still not huge on 360 cameras. I have a couple of them. They're fun, but I don't use them much.
Yeah, this was a fun little.
I know you can basically simulate FPV and stuff.
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
freaky stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a little freaky
But-
stuff on that one.
But the camera's just not great because it's just, it's
That
4K.
makes you wonder why they haven't
era.
incorporated 360 on the drones.
I don't know.
I don't know. Come on, tell me
Because
what's wrong with this.
They have a really good. it's
Tell me
blurry.
this is not an interesting video.
It's interesting. Just the picture quality.
Oh,
is-
good God, the sun is blowing the hell out. Matt would have
Yeah,
fun
the
with that.
sun is blowing way the hell out. Yeah, yeah.
It's the nature of the 360 camera. They're super fun. You can reframe them, but the limitation is the PQ is just not great.
Oh no, like 10 years, they'll be amazing. What would be really cool is like, so all these live feed cams that are on YouTube,
Yeah.
if
It'll
they
all
could
be
come
like-
out with security cams with 360, it would make their stream so much more interesting if every individual could control where they want to look at.
So you know where this
know what I'm
camera
saying?
really comes into play for me? Surfers. Because I don't have to worry about which way the damn drone is pointed. I just need to
No,
keep it in
you
the
just-
I
you
just
can
keep
find
it in the
it later.
neighborhood.
You can find them. You can find them later.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yep.
just keep them in the neighborhood.
I think I'm gonna drop off. It's getting
Okay,
I don't know.
Justin's probably getting ready for Din Din.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Already eaten dinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you guys are
Got
good.
nothing to
then.
do.
You guys are good.
Justin, you want to keep it going or you want to close it down?
No, we can keep going for a little bit if you
Keep
want.
her going, baby. Don't stop on my account. So you never know.
Okay,
Someone else
well,
might-
if
Why
if-
would
if
we
you-
stop for Chuck?
Right.
if
Do
you're-
not stop for me.
If you're gonna keep it going,
That is
Justin,
true.
I'll leave you and Rod here in charge. I'm gonna go catch a ship.
All right.
Ooh.
The one behind you, huh?
All right. Remember
Not
to put
this
one of those
one.
guys at the helm,
This
though,
one
dude. Don't-
back here.
You make sure you
Yeah,
make
that
like
one.
Justin, make Justin
Oh,
like
the one further back.
Yeah, that's a salty.
wait, don't get up yet. You make sure you lock in Justin as the, host.
Oh, yeah.
See, you're gonna run off and like all hell's gonna break loose.
And mute your YouTube too this time.
Okay.
Yeah, mute your YouTube too. That's right. All right,
Make
guys.
those.
I'll see you. I might be in the chat or something. I'll see you later.
Yes.
All right.
So Dominic go off and go do his task for the today.
Yeah, he went to go do something. Well, he's got a couple live shows he'll probably be on tonight. I'm sure he'll be on Wedges and
Yeah,
Bills.
Uncle Bill's. Yeah.
Have you seen that new movie Strays on Netflix?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, dude, it's hilarious. I was watching it the other night. Watch this movie clip. So pretty much with these dogs, it's kind of like you remember that movie Homeward Bound back in the 90s?
Yep.
Okay, it's kind of like that, but it's more adult oriented. So the dogs get into like really crazy shit.
Okay.
It was made by Seth Rogen, I think, was the one that made the movie.
Yeah, yeah. What they don't do to a good movie theme sometimes.
But these dogs like go after this little dog's owner that was like abusive for years to him. So they decide to jump him. But watch this clip. It's funny as hell. I was just watching it.
They do. I'm getting hell line like that.
Watch what these fucking dogs do.
We clawed, we chained our hearts, jumped, never asking why. We kissed, I fell under your spell of love. No one could deny.
Oh God.
Don't you ever say I just
fucking
walk away.
dog.
I will always-
Bad dog. Bad dog.
I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard.
Ah, yeah.
It was to break
Oh my god.
all you ever did was
He starts pawing at it.
I put you high up in the sky, and now you're not coming down. It's slowly turning.
You like weird movies, don't you, Justin?
I just ran across this on Netflix the other day.
Don't you ever say I just walk
Oh God.
will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. What they won't do these days.
No, so I was trying to find a movie to watch and I ran across it. And so I thought it was kind of like a kid's movie like Homeward Bound. I was like, I don't want to watch that. So I went on YouTube and just watched the preview of it. And was kind of looking at the reviews and everybody said it was funny and it was more adult oriented. So I decided to check it
Yeah,
out.
I could see why they would say that. Yeah.
But it was actually it wasn't that bad of a movie. It was kind of funny.
Revenge of the Dogs.
It's called Strays, David. Like stray dog strays. But yeah, it was a pretty funny movie though.
If I'm watching movies, it's on Amazon Prime Video.
I have Peacock, Paramount Plus,
I should get Paramount Plus because I like Star Trek.
and share and Sean lets me use his Netflix account. So
I have HBO Max through AT&T.
Oh,
Bone.
they got some good shows on there. I like HBO Max. I had it at one point, but I was trying to save some money, so I got rid of some apps.
Sure.
Because I had like 6 or 7 apps we were paying for every month. We went down to 2. Got rid of Netflix too, because Netflix was super expensive. So Sean let me log into his profile so I could use his.
So I guess that's the ship he's flying.
Yeah.
That's there on his screen. They said he was going out to go fly.
I was actually looking at Paul's channel earlier. His best video, I think it's got like 36,000 views or something.
Hmm.
Some of his most popular videos, he's got quite a few views on them.
My problem is I like to go fly and I got stuff, but yeah, it's the editing and posting. So I have a lot of crap. I just haven't put anything together and posted it up on the channel.
It amazes me how what's like hobbies people are into. Like to me, doing ships is like kind of like the people that like to film the trains.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ships,
Uh,
trains, airplanes.
From my point of view, that shit's boring, but that's just my personal opinion. But
Right.
it just surprises me how what people get into, you know, that piques their interest and they get into it. Like I said, there's probably people out there that are into guardrails, and that's what their whole live show is about. You know, just
This was yesterday. The sunrise sucked. We had all clouds. So I was hanging around talking to people. Eventually I threw the drone up and went, I'm gonna shoot some slow motion.
they were skimming the water, weren't they?
They always do.
Looking for fish.
In the mornings. First thing in the mornings, they're this far off the ocean. Like all the time.
Oh, it'd be so cool.
Mid-afternoon, they're like 30, 40 feet in the air.
Wouldn't it be cool if like a shark just came out of the water right now? That'd be the ultimate freaking catch.
I'm actually surprised something hasn't. So this is
Man,
like 3+ minutes long. What's really interesting, you'll see one breaks off kind of to the left,
it's probably a hunting strategy.
and then another one, that trail one, no, the third one there, he'll kind of break off to the right.
I bet
Away
that's
from
what
the-
it is. They're probably all taking position to scan the water.
Could be.
Some kind of natural hunting strategy that they have.
And then you see the other one come back in. And the other ones come back in, right? And the one that went off to the right, he comes back in too.
Yeah, you can tell they're just a foot or so off the water because you can see the reflections.
I've literally seen them fly through the top of a wave. I saw one do it. He literally went right through the top of the wave.
Yeah,
Kept right on flying.
some of those birds will dive down and go under the water and come back up, take off.
Oh yeah, they do. The pelicans dive. But it's just interesting that, and I don't know what it is. It's always first thing in the morning, they're flying just like this. And later in the afternoon, they're 30, 40 feet in the air. So they're not hunting. Because they were hunting, they'd be higher up so that they could see more. Being that close to the ocean, they can't see as much.
Yeah, some kind of natural thing they do.
It is. And they tend to do exactly this too. See the wave?
Yeah, just
they're
ride
catching-
the edge of it.
They're catching the air current off the wave. It's part of what they do.
You're also looking for the fish in the wave.
You think?
Um,
Why in the afternoon are they 30, 40 feet in the air then? They only do this in the morning.
well, it might be a strategy of, when fish come in at certain times too.
Every time I've seen them doing their dive, they're 30 plus feet in the air and then diving down.
Yeah, but in the morning, it's darker than in the afternoon. In the afternoon, they've got a better vision.
Yeah, I suppose. Could be.
I don't know. I don't know enough about their anatomy to know exactly what.
Anyways,
I'm
quit
just
following
guessing.
them. I quit following them because my signal got down to like 3 bars.
If you think about it, our eyesight pretty much can see quite well. but it's got nothing compared to what animals can do with their little eyes.
Yeah. Anyways, as you can see, the slow motion works pretty well. It was cloudy as hell, so it was kind of crap. So I decided, screw it. I'll shoot some in slow motion.
Oh, for sure, Sunstar. I'm definitely waiting for some cooler weather. I love Florida
Apparently
winters.
tomorrow. It was supposed to start this morning. Today wasn't bad. It was only like mid-70s here in Daytona today.
Box up all our weather and send it to Justin, please.
Oh, I love Florida weather. Winters are so nice.
You're
Yeah,
a
but
little warmer. You're a little warmer because you're a little farther south than me.
Yeah.
It's 71 here right now. Feels like 72, so
Yeah, Justin.
not that hot.
Hot weather in the winter is probably what, 20 degrees? You know,
In Florida, like your average coldness, I would say maybe 50s, 60s. I rarely might get below freezing
the-
a few times.
Yeah, in
Florida.
the winter, at least in the Daytona area, the average January is the worst, and its average is 69. But you know, we'll definitely have some days where the lows are in the mid 50s, maybe even low 50s.
well, it's 4 degrees currently here, and some place in the UK going down to -6 tonight.
Anyway, so you can see the surfers there. So you can see where that sphere would be great to just like hover the drone around and not worry about it, right? To catch the surfers. And there's a surfing competition in 2 weeks. So I'm thinking about throwing the sphere up.
They don't put any kind of TFRs over any of that kind of competitions, do
Nope. Nope.
they? I'm sure they probably, I wouldn't be
In
surprised
fact-
if they don't use their own FPV drones, don't they?
In fact, last year they asked me, so this thing they're having in 2 weeks, it's a memorial surfing competition for a guy from the area that had died. And so at noon they do what they call a swim out.
Yeah, where they all
and they
get
all
around
go
in a
out and they
circle.
go in a big circle and throw flowers in. And last year they recruited me to fly that for them, and I gave them the video.
Just look at the waves powering over the stones and that, just churning it
No
off.
stones, literally no stones. This is all sand.
Oh, the sand. You can see it churning it. under.
Pure sand.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that where you could see all the sand in the water.
Yep, there's a sandbar out there.
Very
But isn't this
clean
kind of
beaches, yeah.
isn't this cool though? And I used to love to do this with the air too. And then when I went to Autel doesn't do slow motion. So this was one of the things when I got the Mavic 3 that I was like, yeah, I like doing the slow motion. The other thing about slow motion is the waves really aren't all that big, but when you film it in slow motion, it looks, because the waves tops are rolling a lot slower, it sort of artificially makes it look like it's a much bigger wave when it's really not.
Oh yeah, Sunstar. I love hoodie weather. When you get to wear your sweatshirts.
That's pretty warm.
So we had those waves yesterday, and this morning, it was like completely flat. No waves at all.
Is it me or does the front of that pier look like it's leaning?
It is.
Oh, it's all fucked
broken.
up. Yeah, I was about to
They're
say.
going to
Yeah.
replace it. They're supposed to
see.
start tearing it down.
There's something missing.
I couldn't tell, but then I got when
Called
you got
about
closer.
300 feet. It's called about 300 feet of that pier is missing. Yes.
I was gonna say, yeah, I saw one of the supports missing once you got a little closer. You can see the end all torn up. Are they allowing people to walk out on it, or is it
Nope.
completely closed
Nope.
up?
It's been closed. Since the storms a year ago, it's been closed.
You wouldn't think they'd replace it now because over here, they're getting burnt down. They're not replacing them.
So what they're going to do is they're going to keep the first 100 feet of this pier wood, and they're going to replace the rest of it and build it out. They're going to go 800 feet out, and it's going to be concrete.
Why not just do it all in concrete?
Nostalgia.
I mean, I guess. So you're going to do 7 out of the 800 feet.
Yeah, pretty much.
How long South End Pier? 'Cause it's long. I think it's
That's
a long,
like the Venice Beach pier. That thing is huge in California.
They're
I was wa-
also raising it. So right now it's 17 feet on average above the water. They're going to take it up to 27 feet.
yeah, South End Pier, which is not far from us, is 1.3 miles, 7,080 foot long. The longest in the world.
1v2, 240 frames per second.
That's
Yeah, I've been watching that channel about Venice Beach. They go in there kicking all these vendors out of there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Keep
7,
going.
9, 10. It created 10. It created 10 files in the one flight.
Never been surfing. Been wakeboarding and stuff like that. I've never actually went surfing though. When I was younger, I did snowboarding, skateboarding, BMX. I did all.
But look at how cool this shot is. Like this, just following the wave in, right?
Daddy.
I never lived close enough to the ocean to do surfing because it was always a few hours away.
Daddy.
Surprisingly, when I lived in the desert, the nearest ski resort was only a 45-minute drive up to Big Bear. Wasn't that far.
So literally follow this wave all the way in. You get to see it break on the shore. All in slow motion.
Well, we lived in Blackpool, which is the biggest seaside resort in England. We lived about a mile away from the beach, and Laura decided she wanted to move to Rill to be next to the beach.
Ooh,
Work that out.
look at this one.
I bet you get some pretty high waves on that.
No, it was only about a 4-footer. It just looks like it's high because it's in slow motion. That's the beauty of doing the slow motion.
Yeah, but when the winds are blowing, I bet you get some cracking waves on it.
No, not around here. About 4-footers, 5-footers max. Baby waves.
You get some serious ones off the coast of Blackpool. They crash in and go over the top of the buildings.
The only time it'd be 10, 11 foot is if a hurricane's out there. Other than that, average 3 foot, 4 foot max.
Waypoint, what's up, man?
At least in this part of Florida.
Oh, I saw Bill's video earlier going down that river. Atlantic Adventures. It was a pretty cool little video.
So anyways, when the lighting's crap and there's no sunrise, slow motion looks great. At least makes it something interesting, the video. I gotta find which of these I actually caught some of the surfers in. Yeah. So you can tell the waves come in sets. You don't always get.
Oh, sweet. I hit 4,500 subs. Nice.
I think it was the second video.
How much that cost you?
I haven't even hit 300 yet.
No, I was sitting at 4,499 for like a day and a half. And then it went down to 98.
Oh,
finally went up to.
This is that one. Yeah.
Well, Justin, all I want to say is I had 1,000% surge today. I gained one extra subscriber.
The last couple of days, I hadn't gained as many as I normally do.
Here you go. Watch this one. This was one of my better catches in
Yeah,
the slow motion.
Don't play with that.
when you get near to a milestone, it tends to slow you down.
He's body surfing it.
Yeah, I was bouncing 1 or 2 for the last day and a half or so, trying to get over that mark.
Daddy?
That was probably one of the cooler catches of that. And you got these guys. He got wiped out. He didn't quite get out of the way quick enough.
Well, looks like the rugby's going to the southern hemisphere.
I don't remember. I don't remember if he got up. Yeah, he did get up. This was a pretty good catch too. I got to cut these little snippets out, put them up on their Facebook page for them. They're all like, "Ooh, cool! I can see me surfing." Yeah, that's why they don't mind my drone out. Back up a little. Yeah, there he goes on the right hand side, up on the wave. So what do you think? Slow speed, fast speed? Or do both probably look just as well? Looks like your bird needs a birdie friend, David.
No, he doesn't.
No.
We definitely don't need any more birdie friends.
What you need from
They can keep you up all night.
That was taken last night. He climbed on my glasses, and I thought, "Oh, I'll just take a picture of this." Yeah, I'm on here.
He wants to be a YouTube star, damn it.
Terrorizing the bloody cockatiels. He keeps waiting until they go in the food bowl, and then he climbs on the outside of the cage and flicks the little catch that holds the ball on, so the ball falls off.
Oh, so he's a big meanie.
Oh, he's a meanie, all right. Started putting on weight now, which is good.
Is the dirt. And I live with roaches.
And the only downside is he's learnt my freaking name. As soon as I go out the room, Davey!
Did you learn that from your Laura yelling at you?
Probably. I'm waiting for the F's and P-offs to come. Or like the cockatiels. Sometimes you say to the cockatiels, you go up to them and go, "Love you." And they go, "No, you don't." Got that from Laura.
No, you don't.
It's just the attitude of it. No, you don't. Managed to change my BIOS background. No, normally you have a lot. When you turn your computer on, you have the logo of your computer and stuff.
About it.
Yeah, I managed to change mine. So
Mine just comes up Gamers Republic when I turn it on.
yeah, that's what I mean. That'll be the manufacturer of your computer, won't it? Or where you got?
It's Asus, Asus, whatever, however you fucking
Yeah,
pronounce it.
the other company will be the ones to put it together. But if you've got an Asus, if you get the easy software and update the BIOS, I'd do a Google search on it first. You can actually change the picture, so you can take that off and have a picture of Sarah or someone on the back. Anyone nicks your computer, they ain't going far with it, are they?
Taking a big risk coming into a house in Florida, stealing someone's computer.
Well, I made it.
How'd it go?
Actually, I think pretty well. It was raining though. And when I first took off, it was just kind of sprinkling. Then it started raining harder and harder. When I came home, it was raining really hard.
Did your drone get soaked or?
Yeah, I just wiped it off.
We're going to have to get you a life jacket for your drone, a waterproof raincoat or something.
Yeah, or something.
I'm surprised they haven't invented them yet.
Oh, they have them.
Well, a lot of people, what they do is they get the like the drones that go in the water type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can get the Swell Pros.
Swell Pro, yep.
They have the covers though for the DJI drones you can buy.
Yeah, they call them wetsuits.
Yeah. I don't see them on Amazon, so you must have to. Do you have to order them from DJI, or is it another company?
No, it's third parties that make those things.
Because I'm not seeing anything. Let me see. Try wetsuit and see if anything comes up. 'Cause I'm curious if they sell them on here.
By the time I got down there, it was already going by, so I had to go up and then come back and around.
It's caught you out a few times, that, on it?
Yeah.
That stupid act. But the one time you go down there early, it will be on time.
Well, I wanted to catch this one because it's a salty, and so they
Is it that blue one behind you on the screen?
that one there. Oh yeah.
Is that the one you've just caught?
No. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Wow, that's all those things are. That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah,
But-
they kind of stick on things.
Wow, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting like a actual like coat type thing to go over it.
No, they're stick on kind of things.
That's
That
what
cover all the right places.
I thought it'd be like a little rain jacket. You know, you put the arms in it.
That's what I was saying. That's some reason I had that in my mind too. I was like, I wasn't expecting it to be like that. And they got one.
Put a little hood on my head.
Yeah, but you have to worry about rain getting up into the camera.
No, the camera's sealed.
Hey, Tim.
What's up, Tim? You working today, Tim, or you ended up getting the day off again?
It's Gavin.
See, YouTube update. Yes, 632. Thanks.
Hey, here's the raw video. I haven't done anything to it. Can you see it?
Yep. Was that Patagoman?
Patagonan, Goneman, Goman, whatever.
Patagon man.
Why can't they just give him simple names like Jerry?
Well,
Frank.
these are from overseas, you know, they're not from around here. We'll be able to look at the stern and we'll see where it's from because I don't remember, but
And here we have
I was
Jerry.
too busy framing the picture.
Well, they always give it some weird name, David, like Flugenhagen.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some.
You can just see it, can't you? Here comes Jerry.
Singapore, it's from Singapore. I don't even know what language they speak in Singapore. Cantonese, maybe, or I don't know. Or is it Filipino? I don't know.
Nah, it wouldn't be Filipino. Malaysian of some sort.
You'd be surprised how many languages are actually out there.
A bazillion.
Because there's some countries that have, you know, a main language, but then they'll have kind of like a semi-dead language that some in the
An
country
offshoot.
speak,
Yeah.
but not a lot, you know. But some will keep it alive, you know.
There are 4 official languages of Singapore.
There are, huh?
There's Malay,
Yeah, Malaysian.
Singaporean, Mandarin, and English.
Yeah, see, I was thinking Mandarin was one of them.
Well, Malayan, it makes sense.
Some I wanted to say
Mandarin and English because they do business with China and America.
it's quite funny. Somebody put, is Singapore Cantonese or Mandarin? Somebody put, well, it depends what order you pick.
Well, English is the most dominated language in the world anyway, at least most wide used one.
Of course it is. Right.
Here, let me show you what I've been doing with my Avada. You'll like this. That will come in a little bit later.
I'm hoping to see you go around and a little kid come down the slide and get clipped on that.
No kids were here. Early in the morning, nobody was in the playground. But I love taking my Avada and flying around these playgrounds. It's great to just go in things, through things, round things, under things. You know, I'm like 4 inches off the ground there.
See, Tim Jackson's at work.
Here you go. Whee! Through the rope.
Well, at least you got some a job today, Tim. That's good. Good to hear.
Anyways,
Was that your wife standing
fearless
there?
with my Avada.
Who was standing there with you? Your wife?
Mm-mm.
I
Somebody
was-
watching.
I just saw a blur of somebody else standing there. I didn't see who
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
Watch.
Was somebody curious what you were doing?
Yeah. And then up here and go. Wee. Let's go down the slide.
Oh yeah, a lot of the FPV guys love playgrounds because of like all the little gaps.
So
and stuff.
we're down the
Well,
slide.
and they're pretty
and then,
colorful too.
Yeah.
Playgrounds are colorful.
I'm obviously not going really fast. It'd probably be more interesting if I was trying to like go 50 mile an hour, but I don't think you could through something like this. This is just one of those where slow and just keep puttering around.
Well, I mean, you could with an FPV drone, but you better have some skill, like some real skill, because there's a lot of things you can hit in there.
You want to know you want to know the interesting part about this? This was only the second battery in this site.
Because trust me, there's some of those FPV guys out there. They would freaking raw dog the hell
If
out
I
of
go
this
fly
place.
this thing like 10 or 20 times, I could go whipping through the thing for sure.
Speed this video up and you'd see a lot of people.
And back down the slide. Down the slide we go.
What do you mean? Who's on, Chuck?
That's what I was wondering what he was asking.
Up
He was
and
asking who
around
was
and
on tonight?
through and
Well,
Well,
Uncle Bill's on what, at 10 o'clock? Or at
Well, you
9?
got Wedge and Big on at 8. And then you got Bill out at 10 p.m. And I don't know. And sometimes Bill's a little hit or miss whether he goes on or not. Nah, same thing going on as far as I saw, Tim.
Oh, isn't he on all the time? Every Bill?
I mean, he misses a show here and there, but yeah, for the most part, he's on every week.
All right. I refueled.
You refueled, all right.
What were you asking? Who's on? What were you saying? Who's on the panel or?
Yeah, I couldn't see anybody. I saw Paul's ship video. I think his fresh ship video.
so
I think.
I got some editing to do of this video, right? To put it together. I need to just take the snippets of the good parts, but you'll see something here in a second. It turns out to be a pretty interesting gap. Right here.
Pretty
Right
slow.
through.
That's what you speed that up.
Is that a Vada? Because it's like moving like
Yeah.
typicals.
Yeah,
That's
it's my
so
Vada.
Slow.
It's because I wasn't trying to make it go fast.
Well, you gotta make it go fast.
I didn't wanna. It was
You
only
should.
it was only the second flight in this location.
Oh, okay.
There's very few guys though that fly the Avata that I've actually seen go like balls of the wall with the thing. Like
That's
in
because
Around my yard, I'll do it a foot off the ground at 20 mile an hour.
Yeah, me too.
Around
I
bushes and
watched
trees and everything
Lori.
else.
I watched Lori with her practically new Avata slam into one of these poles, like the blue pole right there, the steel ones.
Yeah.
She freaking center punched one with hers, like bink, and like bounced off, and I was like, "It's done."
Well, no,
Done.
I'm talking
It's
about
done.
when I'm saying a
good.
couple that go balls to the wall with it are the ones that actually have put it in acro. And like
Oh,
It'll
full
go.
acro.
Yeah, it'll go fast in sport mode, but
I'll go
not
30,
not a,
31.
which is snappy for like the.
But you're
the
not going
main
to do a playground.
demographic
You're not
for-
going to do a playground at 30 mile an hour.
Why not?
Look at this.
mean,
right through the rails.
oh, dude, I'm still
Well, like
not
I said, it
impressed. I mean,
depends
like,
because the guys flying the homemade FPVs, they would go at 130.
oh,
to
like
that.
like Dono or something, go through like 75 to 100 miles per hour, rip right through, do a couple of loops and shit, and see
Oh,
those
yeah.
3 obstacles right there, be right up through them like nothing. But you know what?
Not the
demographic-
second time you ever flew it. You
Oh hell
wouldn't.
no, dude, I couldn't do it either. Don't get me
You'd
wrong.
crash it.
Oh, frick, mine would be in
Look
pieces.
at this. Look at this. Up the railing we go.
I know, but you're just kind of going up at the same speed as a president would go up there with tissue paper stuck to his shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but you know what? It's
That's a good
okay
one,
though. I know, but it's okay because I mean, like, this is how you get better. You have to keep doing this shit and like practicing, get better. And I suck still, but
First time ever flying at this one.
I think it's stupid that you can't.
You know how many
unlock the
times I
full
crashed
speed in
on the-
sport.
You know how many times I crashed with the second battery?
Justin,
None.
that's a fact, man. You ought to be able to go just as fast in sport, just or damn close, but you can't.
Yeah, I think it's stupid that you have to put it in acro to unlock the full speed. You should be able to put that
I
thing.
agree 100%.
I think
I'm gonna
that's
wait for them
stupid.
to release a firmware update to
Well,
give us more speed.
Probably a hack for it at some point, but regardless, the point of Avata is it takes somebody that's a camera drone guy, probably like me and Rod, and lets us do
build
You
it every week.
Right. First
the
point of view, kind of.
The thing that pissed me off when I heard that you could only do 30 with this thing, I'm like, how is it that it's a FPV drone, but the sports mode's allowing you to go less than what the Air 2 can?
But you know,
Like,
30
you know, the
mile an
mini-
hour, a foot off the ground looks pretty damn fast.
Doesn't it look
Oh,
cool?
yeah.
I've done that. Rod, I've done that in my backyard too. I just like do laps around the trees
up,
and
Daryl?
shit in my backyard and swerve
Yeah.
around the known obstacles that aren't moving.
Trust
and-
me. Now that I know where this place is, I'll go down there and I'll fly it some more. And once I kind of get, it's like everything. You got to learn the area.
The thing
Gotta
is, though,
keep
man,
patterns.
we have 2 playgrounds near us, and I swear to God, every time we bring a Vada with us, there's like kids there. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was
you
lucky.
can't-
There was nothing there that morning.
I know it's so frustrating, but like,
You
I
got to
think
go
this is-
first thing in the morning and go during the week when they're all in school.
wow, how's he not? See, that's pretty tight flying.
This,
right there.
I
That's
think
cool.
this is Daryl's video,
Yeah, good.
or he shared somebody's video. I'm not sure.
So I mean, it's not super fast, but it is something you can never pull off with a camera drone because you can't get through those gaps and stuff with a camera drone. You have to be first person view to do that.
I just think it's stupid that the sport mode though is slower than the Mini 2.
You know what? I still
know?
oh, those leaves. Leaves are so evil. They get sucked up in front of the camera, then you're blinded and you can't get rid of them. Oh, they're so close to coming up there.
I like
too.
how you can see the shadow of the drone.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
cool.
cool.
The sucky thing about Avata is if you're flying in decent-alike, it's all grayed out. You can hardly see this shit, and there's no like built-in LUT to give you the fake color. So
Oh, there you go.
ooh, wow, that's
Oh,
awesome.
that's a
Nice.
nice one.
Yeah, that was ballsy. I like it. And he's trimming the poison ivy and stuff as he goes through there.
And again, this is another one where it's not super fast, right? But flying low like this just is
And
cool
far
as hell.
away from himself, and with the camera, with you being in the drone virtually. it
Ooh,
just
look at
makes
that
stuff
one, yeah.
possible. Yeah, it's cool. Very cool.
Nothing like having poison ivy juice in your props when you get
Right?
back.
You go to pick it up later. Why am I itchy the next day? What the frick happened? I know.
But as everybody can tell you, in order to do this is probably not the first flight in this area.
No,
He's probably
but
flowed this thing like 10, 20 times
damn twigs
before
of
you
death,
record,
though.
before you start recording this.
Twigs of death.
You just got to get sort of the muscle memory.
Oh,
and get the
you know
pattern
how
down.
I don't know about you. I cringe when I see those leaves. 'cause
Oh, that
me-
is cool though. How
But
it's pushing
dude,
the leaves.
I
up.
don't have
But
leaves, so
dude,
it's not
they
really a
tend to
problem.
they'll get pushed up like that by a Vada, and then they get sucked in front of your lens, and then you're just blinded. It's like I can't see.
Yeah.
You're
It
screwed.
does give it kind of a cool effect though.
Yeah, when they're not in front of the camera, it's great. That's Rod. He's probably had it happen where the damn things go right in front of your lens and
Actually, on that playground that I was just showing, there was a leaf. Yeah, he wound up right in the
Yeah.
camera.
yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. I think he's an acro too.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to tell because the way
I don't
he
know.
seems to be moving a little quicker than 30.
It's pretty
It's
good.
hard
Oh,
to
he
tell.
clip the twig.
Oh!
Oh,
I didn't see that coming.
it does have turtle mode. Turtle mode works. I had used it
It
in my back.
does.
I used it in my backyard.
But
I
when you
hit a pine
turtle
tree.
and
and-
you're in the middle of other crap on the ground,
Oh, it
It
is.
won't
doesn't
work.
really work.
Yeah, I know, dude. I've had
you
it.
flip it over and your props are stuck in the grass. Yeah,
I've had
okay.
that happen as well. Yeah,
It's
you're
like-
dead in the water.
You're
kinda.
dead in the water anyway. So it's
yeah,
like
you know, but at least it tried. It like flipped it writes itself.
just to walk over and pick it
And
up.
then the
'cause you're in
other
crap.
thing, if you want to actually film your crashes, do not enable auto record mode. Make sure that you have to start record when you want to fly and we want to film, and that way it'll keep filming even when it flips over, and you'll have the whole shot. Otherwise, you end up with that where it turns off when it like flips over. It's an important safety tip if you want to film the wrecks.
Well, it'll turn off if the battery pops out too. So
Oh, you don't have you didn't get the little holster thing?
no, I don't have that.
Oh, it works, dude, it works great. They give you longer screws. You screw right into the body of Avata, and it just flips up in the back. I could show you. Oh, I don't have it up here.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
get it,
several
though.
styles. There's several styles out there.
The Sunny Life one works really well. We have two of them. We have his and hers. There's one on. Well, Lori needed it first because when she hit that swing set pole, and I went
Oh,
bong, And then the battery went flying, and I thought the thing was toast. I thought she smashed the camera because I mean she
I've lost the
he
battery.
freaking
like
center
twice.
punched it, dude. Just like
Mark
Yeah.
said, would you trust TJ doing 60 miles an hour?
no, not even 6. Put the 4-way flashers on his when he flies it.
Oh, he got his stuck in a baseball net the other day. I had to climb the fence to get it. You know, one of those
Do I
foul
have
ball
to
nets.
ask how?
I don't know, but you know the foul ball nets that they put above the
Yeah,
bleachers.
got all snaggled up in there.
Yeah, and apparently he had to climb up the fence and up the net a little
Wow.
bit.
I don't
to get
know.
it.
I
You had
caught
to
the
do the-
volleyball net when I was flying with Brad,
He had to do the climb of shame.
but in
Daryl
my case,
said-
I bounced off the volleyball net. The drone stayed in the air.
And Daryl said he
David,
didn't
you
get
are up
blinded by
late.
leaves.
David, you're up super late, man.
Why don't I get a vision of like TJ throwing up a trainer to get it down?
Oh,
Throwing rocks
Dude,
at it. I'll knock it
David,
down.
David, dude, what the hell's going on in England? I mean, what they locked down the King's Castle? What are they up to? What's going on?
Down the King's Castle.
They're all scared.
There's no lockdown here.
Well, what I'm wondering is, you know, if all this political unrest, religious unrest is going on, should
Well,
I really should I be staying in the?
Buckingham Palace has locked up all of their gates and no more guards on horses or anything. They're all running around in military gear.
But should I be staying in the tallest building in like Western Europe? Is this a bad decision?
Dude, it's all just posturing.
Or is it gonna make a really good vlog? Is like I'm jumping out of the window or throwing a chair out the window and then
UK?
Okay,
oh my
Jeff,
God.
here's one for you.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know.
It was all over the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is that same place that I had the sphere, but this is the Avata, and this is me flying the Avata around in that same area. This is downtown Daytona at the pier.
I don't think Avata is really great for like high altitude. It's so much better, like as you know, low and
Low, low.
super low.
Fucking print it.
Although, how those people feel about you doing that shit?
I don't know. Nobody came and yelled at me.
You're pretty.
That
Oh
one
my
I
God,
went
you're
over
flying,
their-
dude.
that,
Seriously,
that was pretty close.
seriously
Over their head.
Seriously, you're giving. Oh no, I mean I get it. It's super cool, but Jesus Christ, I mean,
I
No.
tended to not be over by them.
oh
this.
no, don't. do
Brad
it.
and I were over
Oh,
here flying.
birds. Oh my God,
We spent
birds.
most here. Watch this. Watch this. Whap.
Oops.
Volleyball net. Oops.
You're lucky it didn't go down in the sand. That would have been the
Yeah.
end of 4 motors right there.
Oh, where
Well,
did you see
it
that?
Stayed, it stayed up.
Right.
It was on national news, is what I saw it.
Just so you're aware, the only lockdown of Buckingham Palace this year were on the 2nd of May when some nut job climbed over the fence with a gun.
Yeah, because I can't find anything what you were talking about. That's
That's
all
what I'm
I'm
talking
seeing.
about.
Now I think I'm about to do. The funny part of it is the guys that run this ride came over and yelled at me later after they opened up in the morning.
I wonder why.
Watch this.
What?
Watch this.
What did they say to you?
I had the drone over my head. They were running the rides at that time. We were sitting down here by the park, and he's like, "Oh, you can't have that thing near this." Okay, whatever, dude.
No, really. I mean,
I went over and went over.
not-
I went over and went over the beach.
not the best choice, dude. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, because Avata is so freaking loud. I mean, to fly close to
you'll
people
notice I
is just
stayed away.
really.
You notice I stayed away from.
Yeah, but they can hear it right there. The people fishing and
This
stuff on the,
pier
if
got
they're on the
damaged
pier.
too from the storm.
Oh, that sucks. Thing is just so damn loud.
So even the main
Oh,
Daytona
yeah,
pier
got tore up. Yeah.
got tore up from this storm a year ago.
What's all that stuff right? Boats or birds? Maybe.
No,
Mm.
just chairs that are out for people. So yeah, you notice now. Now I managed to stay away from the people.
I don't know, man. Just I don't want to be a drone police or anything, but yeah, be careful because like this, people get pissed off, and then next thing you
Under the
know,
volleyball net.
next thing you know, there'll be a no drone zone sign up there, and you never be able to fly there anymore, which would suck because it's a cool place to fly.
Yeah, it is.
You should go first thing. Well,
This was first thing in the morning. This was Easter morning. Literally, this was Easter morning.
Dude, you gotta go
Sunday.
earlier
Easter
then.
Sun-
Gotta go earlier.
Easter Sunday. Brad was there
Daryl.
with me.
Yeah. Hot Rod, have you seen what Daryl put in the chat?
That's cool right there.
Dear government agency, I did not see this video.
Oh my, I know, dude. You're like, it's nonstop rule breaking. It's not whatever.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Other than that one that maybe I went over their head. The rest of the
Dude,
people,
like
I'm not
when I
over
go
their
to
head.
when I go to the UK, I'm supposed to stay, what is it, David? 50 meters away from people, or is it 100 meters? It's some
Keep
ridiculous
in mind,
distance.
in the US, it's also if you're changing from one place to the other, you're still allowed to go over them.
Oh, Christ.
Unless your drone's over 150. Sorry, it's 150 grams and then it's 150 meters.
Yeah. Which
the
Avada
rules,
clearly
the
is.
rules in Europe is different than the rules here for that
in
part.
some regard, it's kind of better because like it hopefully it's scare tactics, because I know I've broken every rule in Europe too, but because there's no way you can stay 150 meters away from people and get any good shots and anything like waterfalls and stuff. There's
Well, especially if you're in like an urban area too.
no way. Yeah, it's not possible.
It wasn't Gatwick Airport, it was Luton Airport.
Luton Airport, huh?
You just want to, as long as you're being smart, not being a jackass.
Not heard about that, Chuck. A car caught fire in the car park and destroyed 150,000 cars.
Jesus.
The whole car park just collapsed.
Really?
That was Gatwick?
Luton.
Oh, Luton. I'm sorry. I'm reading Mark's comment in the chat. He's talking about Gatwick. It just,
But it's Luton.
yeah.
Sorry, my bad. It's not 150,000. I read it wrong. It's 15,000.
I was about to say 150,000 cars. Jesus Christ. It's a big ass
believing
car
it.
park.
I was taking it hook, line, and sinker, man. I was right. Yep. Wow. holy
That sounded
crap.
like a lot though. Like that's a big car park,
Hey,
150,000
Chuck,
cars.
Hey Chuck, where I normally fly up in Flagler, I take that thing up and down the beach. I've
Yeah.
literally had people come up to me and goes, "Oh, was that your drone? Oh, that was so cool."
Yeah, I know.
We were,
but, you know,
they were watching it.
I know. I'm just saying, dude. You know.
Oh, that's
Yeah, no,
true,
I know.
Mark, because of the whole Brexit.
No.
I try not to be annoying. Yes, you're correct.
I know. There you go. That's all you can do. I mean, because like it's a hobby. I know. I get it. And there's other
get
shit
it.
that's annoying. I'm not trying to be a Karen or anything like that. Because
No,
like I have the same
I-
problem when I go out and I fly and people give me shit and it's really annoying. And like sometimes it's justified and sometimes I tell them, to piss off. So it depends on the situation.
They don't give me shit.
I've been given shit before.
They don't give me shit.
Well, you're lucky.
Yeah, I wear my veteran stuff. They don't fuck with veterans.
I should have one of my police officer buddies give me a police vest and wear that. That would take care of the problem.
Yep, it would.
He gets arrested for police impersonation.
I'll use a 0 instead of an O, and then they can't impersonate me. No, it says P0 ILC. I'm sorry, your eyes suck. It's not. It's my nickname. They call me the drone police.
So the police, actually, Chuck, the police chief in that little town where I fly all the time at the beach.
Is buddy with you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've used my video. I caught some,
Actually, that's
I
cool
caught some-
because like
I caught some rescue. I caught some ocean surf rescue stuff, which is those guys work under the police department there, and the police chief ended up posting my stuff on his Facebook stuff.
that's
so
pretty cool.
I've met him and talked to him. So
I made
like me.
friends with a police officer in the Catskills that actually took me and Lori up a service road to one of the fire towers to save us hiking time because the weather was getting crappy. And I was like, can I fly my drone up here? He's like, oh yeah, you can fly your drone up here. Like, it's fine.
Catskills, where's that at?
It's kind of where, well, it's like upstate New York.
Mid-
It's
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Catskill
it's a
Mountains
big
are below the Adirondacks, but above New York City, kind of.
Binghamton North.
Yes.
Is that where that one channel Catskills Brad? Is that where he gets his name from?
Yes. That's where
Probably,
Brad.
yes.
That's where Brad is. Max is there somewhere, or he gets out that way a lot.
Nobody cares about Max.
I'm just saying. It's probably really colorful right now. I think it's kind of like it's beginning of the end for fall. Like in that area, it's really pretty. It's about as colorful as it's going to get. It's going the other way. So,
And the
feel a little-
surfers, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I feel bad that I didn't get out there like for peak, but you know, that's what you
Well,
get.
you
And-
usually go up to the Catskills, don't you, Chuck?
We have, but usually like about this time, and then you kind of miss it because like this is the tail end right now. This is kind of it.
The surfers don't mind me because I post some of their stuff up on their Facebook site for
Yeah,
them.
I'm
They love looking at the
I-
shit that I post up for them.
I just cringe a little bit because I know how loud the freaking Avata is because I have one like you, and that son of a bitch. Like I can't even
Yeah.
fly to my house without earplugs. The thing is so loud I can't fly into my house without
Over the ocean,
earplugs.
it's not nearly as bad.
I'm sure it helps a lot because holy crap.
Yeah.
It's like it just screams. I think any ducted drone does though.
They tell me it sounds like bees. Sort of like the air, sort of like the original air.
Oh, worse than the air though. The air was loud. I think the Avata is still louder. Although that'd be an interesting comparison. It'd be really cool if you had
Considering
both.
how loud the original air was, yeah, that would
It
actually
was
might
pretty,
be an
dude. That thing
interesting
was
comparison.
that was obscene. That thing was just bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Mark, about that. About
Anyways,
Brad.
the surfer guys don't mind. Usually
that's
they come
good.
up and go, "Hey, can you catch me? I want to see."
I could see that. I could see that.
They literally are like, "Hey, can you come film me?"
Yeah, I could see that. And then they want the footage, and that's cool.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, I'll take snippets and post it up on their Facebook page that they have. So I've made friends with my audience,
There you go.
so they don't harass me. They like me.
You need to befriend them.
Mm-hmm. And the guy who runs the ocean patrol and the team lead, they all like me. The police chief likes me and knows I'm there and I'm flying. I've actually had a long conversation with the ocean patrol guy about them getting and using drones and what other people are doing with them around the world as far as ocean safety. They even have they have them now with they'll drop the vest and go out and it'll drop
Drones for
sort of a
good.
life preserver kind of thing down.
1200 car is not recognizable. I love the English spelling of recognizable.
Yeah, because we spell it correct.
Okay, whatever you say.
Our language, don't like it, get your own.
we have improved it. We have optimized it so there are less wasteful vowels and shit.
No.
And we fixed the erroneous letters like S instead of Z because it serves a purpose. And Z needs more use because otherwise, you're going to wear out the S on the keyboard. It's one of the most popular letters. We got to give it a break here. We're looking out for S because you got to look out for your own S here in the United States.
Well, David, tell them what you were pissed off because the little girl that was at your place was talking English, American English, not British English.
Yes, Rebecca. She came over and she was talking all American, going, "Oh, howdy, and I want some potato chips." It's like, you can have a packet of crisps. Shut up.
I'm slowly Americanizing his household.
You're going to
Yep.
ruin them?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to go.
I had Laura running around calling them chicken nuggies and
Oh.
chicken tendies.
I still giggle when Lori got a little confused at security in Heathrow. They asked her to take her jumper off. She's like, "What?
Excuse you, sir?
Jumper? What?" Took a couple
Yeah,
seconds to
I
figure it
can
out.
just see it. Drop your pants.
It
Okay.
was like, it was just a little confusing. That's when I lost my water bottle. We had to go, I think we were going terminal 5 to 3 or 3 to 5. I can't remember. Had to go through security again, unexpected. My water bottle was full of water and they're like, you're gonna have to discard that. I was like, what? Just dump the shit out of it. Let me dump it out. You can't do that. I was like,
Yeah.
went through that way. Why? It's not like it's reversible. Let's go. Give me it back. Dump it out. Test it. Give me back. It's water. You're gonna go test it anyway. Yeah, tested it. It's water. Can I have it back now? No. What the fuck? You already tested it. It was water. Give it back.
Nope. But remember, when you come into the UK, if they say drop your pants, they only mean your jeans or your trousers. They don't mean your underpants.
Pull it all down. Piss them off. No, actually, I didn't make a stink at all because I know better than that. I just like, really? Can I just dump it out? And like, no. I was like, you used to be able to. I guess you used to be able to. And then they had changed the rules recently. This is in 2021.
Very careful when you argue with him because
you never argue with them. You ask nicely and then you just give up. And like I said, well,
because if you argue with him, you suddenly see him stretch that blue glove.
Yeah. I didn't need that shit. So they said they were going to test it. I'm like, cool. So can I, if it passes and you find out it's just water, which is what it is, can I have it back? And then I go down and I'm waiting because I thought they said yeah.
No, right?
Well, they didn't make it clear at first, and they tested it, and then they're like, "Yeah, you still can't have it back." I'm like, "Man, what am I going to use for a water bottle now? That sucks." I'm like, this is my YouTube channel on it. I said, "Oh, you're a YouTuber?" Yeah. I said, "You can afford another one." I was like, YouTube doesn't pay me anything.
Look, and that's how the UK stays in profit.
I am not like a YouTuber that makes money with YouTube. I'm just a guy spending too much money to do YouTube as a hobby. Like, no mercy. Is like, okay, whatever. So then I bought a Paddington Bear water bottle at the gift shop in Heathrow.
Thank you for helping our economy.
It's actually a very cool water bottle. I have a Harry Potter one now too, which is pretty cool.
This is what we do. We get all you tourists coming over here and we take your stuff off you. So you're going to have to buy it from us.
Well, somewhere in probably Heathrow, a security guy is carrying around a Covaxion water bottle. Pretty sure.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I hope they subscribed.
Playing a collection of
Oh man.
Probably sold it to the guy behind you. Do you want to buy a water bottle?
I just saw Mark's comment on it's not Z, it's Zed. That's a Canadian thing too.
That's definitely Z.
Z don't exist.
The Canadians say Zed as well. Like I used to own a Zio or ZR2 Blazer, and on their website it was ZR2.
Yeah, but saying Z just sounds like you're saying the letter. When you're saying Z, it's like you spelt a word to pronounce a letter.
I don't know what the rationale is, but
because it's Z, like with a D.
Yeah.
There's only one letter in the English.
But that would be me like saying extra and wide.
Extra.
And aid.
Extra. What do they do here?
One letter in the English alphabet that actually has two letters in it. Can you name it?
What was the question?
I don't get the question.
One letter in the English alphabet that has two letters in it.
What? Never heard that before.
Really? You never heard of the W?
I was gonna say it, and I resisted saying W, like you dick double dick.
I'm just gonna start calling it Dubby.
W. I'll be W for Benz. Okay, it's crazy. All right, I'm jumping. I want to come back and see what's happening. Now I'm getting thirsty again.
Well, thanks for coming back.
It was fun. You guys are having fun tonight. I can't believe David's still up, man. It's really super late, and
Think of it this way: it's early in the morning.
It is 12:43 in the morning, if I'm not mistaken, for you. Wow.
But Mark R. White's still up, and he's in Manchester, further north.
I know. Mark's crazy like you. You guys are
Hey,
crazy.
Justin, who's on at 8:00?
Wedge and Big.
Yes. Paul's thing is his United
He's
States
on in
Drone
50
Society thing is.
Yeah, in like 15 minutes. E-drone's on right now too.
I saw that. Saw he's kicking around. What else I left to transfer?
And Uncle Bill is at 10 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 10 p.m.
Yes, Bill's 10 p.m. That's correct.
There you go, Chuck, before you go.
We got something juicy.
Another playground that I've flown at. This is where I broke my Avata once too. Sucked up the wood chip.
Oh no.
Yeah. It
Oh,
burnt
is
the
that
mo-
when? Yeah, when
it
you
burnt
fucked the
the
motor up?
circuit board for the motor. Yeah, that's the
Yeah, I
one that did
remember
the
that.
warranty repair.
You're correct, AZ.
The little swing set FPV. Yeah, how can you not?
Guys,
Yeah, exactly. How can you not? This is the
Right.
beauty of finding a playground, right? There's just kind of all kinds of little crap to go gap between.
I'm going to drop out, Paul. Thank you very much. Good night.
All
And
right,
I'll
I'll see you
speak to
later.
you all later.
Thank you, David.
See you, David.
Ciao.
Let's see what I got going on.
Yeah, I should have went up the slide. I go through this.
Easier said than done, though. That's kind of nice. That's smooth.
Yeah. You can tell I've flown this one a few times because it's faster and pretty smooth. So what you've kind of learned something and learned the gaps that you kind of want to
When you
shoot.
feel
you
like
can
that's
go
the thing.
faster.
Lori struggles with that more than I do. She doesn't have a good feel for like what the drone will fit through.
You know, there's an easy
that
answer
comes
to
with-
that.
Yeah, you try it, and if it doesn't get stuck, then
No,
like,
the circle. If the circle fits through it, it fits through it.
trust the
that-
circle.
Trust the circle. The size of the circle will tell you whether it's going to fit through.
I think
Believe
actually
it or not.
Jackie has said that.
Yeah. The size of the circle. The circle fits, the drone fits.
Okay, so I don't use goggles. So does the goggles have a circle in it?
Yes.
Okay.
In the goggles view. In the goggles
goggles
view,
view,
you
right,
see you
right.
see
I
the
mean,
circle.
Rod could show it. He could
okay.
plug in another device and get
Now,
like,
was
like-
that planned to be for? So you knew that, or is that just something you figured out? Is that what the circle was designed for?
Yeah, it's what it's designed for. One of the
Okay.
things it's designed for. The circle is so you know where the hell the drone's going.
I mean, that's a good, good little.
Like when you're going through
I
there,
crashed here. I crashed here once. See
but
this
you
little
keep
thing?
it you keep it centered in the circle when you're going up there, right?
Yeah. See this little thing here?
Yeah.
You can't go through it.
It's
glass. It's
plexiglass.
plexiglass. First time I went through
did
here,
you smack right into it?
I smacked right into it.
Oh Jesus!
I
was
literally
like-
smacked right into it and went,
Oh
well,
Jesus!
guess I can't go through there.
Yeah, don't do that again. Don't do
It
that
was
again.
it was kind of hilarious.
That would have been funny to see.
So
Well, Vada is a tough little bird. That's for
it
sure.
is.
Takes a,
So
takes a
anyways,
pounding.
Here's one of the other playgrounds. That is down by Titusville, where I go down sometimes to go do sunrises. Because I
Errol?
can see NASA.
Daryl said he only
from
has
this
the
spot.
circle on the motion controller. Does it have it on both?
That's what I thought. I
Just
thought it
on
was
the
like-
yeah, just on the motion controller, not with the RC.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So that makes a
That's-
difference.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they have it on both though? That doesn't make any
No idea.
Because that seems like a good kind of safety feature to have because it gives
Because
you.
remember the motion
idea.
controllers like fly by wire. The computer's kind of doing the flying.
All right, I'm jumping off.
So, anyways, there you go, Chuck. Another playground, a little faster,
Nice.
few more gaps to shoot through.
Nice.
All right, guys, I
So-
gotta jump off.
Now that I've
Okay.
seen